Yes, people. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Premier League weekly show. I've kind of improved the thumbnails a little bit, so if you like the thumbnails, let me know. I've tried my best. I'm doing all the thumbnails by myself, so yeah. No, I don't like to brag about myself. I'm just joking. Big up to you guys. So big up to you guys. Yeah, Josh. Not a happy weekend for both of us once again, but we're here to talk. We're here to discuss. We're gonna preview the week, this upcoming week as well, because we got Premier League week as well this week. FA Cup's on the weekend. So, How you doing? How are things outside of football?
Oh, outside of football, they're going pretty well at the moment. Obviously, that could change in a day, so you got to take every day as it comes. You got to live every day as if it's your last. Admittedly, I don't always go by that philosophy because sometimes I just lay in my bed, but most of the time I'm thinking about how to improve myself every day. Like I'm sure everyone else watching the stream is. I'm doing all right. Obviously, I told you behind the studio in terms of football, I am very, very annoyed. If we did the live stream on Saturday after the 3 o'clock kickoffs, you would have probably had to censor some of the words I was going to use because honestly, although I say that,
I'm good.
I almost met the result with apathy. I couldn't even be bothered getting the live stream up. To be honest, I've just watched the highlights of the game. Obviously, it's a 3 p.m. blackout in the UK.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be bothered watching the game. Like getting up, going through the whole effort to put the live stream on my TV and whatnot, because you just knew the performance was going to be dead. I predicted a stinky 1-0 win. What happened instead? A stinky 1-0 defeat. Yeah. But how have you been doing, man? After United's incredible comeback to close the gap on Liverpool to a point before they beat City.
I'm good, bro. India beat Pakistan yesterday. I'm happy, man. Cricket. India won against Pakistan. It's a big deal. I hope all you Indians watching, anyone watching, hope you had a national holiday today. It happens every time India beat Pakistan. So I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, as an Indian immigrant myself, I didn't move from India to Thailand, but I am born from an Indian ancestry family or a family, yeah, of ancestors from India. So, yeah, obviously, I do gotta cheer India. India did beat Pakistan. Celtics won. I mean, that's all I could really ask for. I mean, that's not really much apart from United, but yeah, and in all the sense. But listen, we're here to talk. I think there's only one place we start: Liverpool, Man City. That's where I think we start, because I don't see any other reason why we should start like anywhere else other than that game, and then we'll go to Arsenal. Liverpool City. I didn't watch the full game because I had to watch the Celtics later on at 1 a.m. last night. The game carried on until about after 1 a.m. So, yeah, Liverpool won the game 2-0. Their first win at the Etihad since 2015.
In the league,
10 years. 10 years since Klopp joined. And sorry, no, but if you want to say in all comps, that's their first win of the Etihad since 2018 in the Champions League. Listen, as a United fan myself, you guys should know, yeah, that I do not do not want Liverpool to win this league. I for one can't stand Liverpool. Like I just whenever I go out to see Liverpool fans, I just feel miserable when I'm around these guys. They're always taking the mick every single time I see them.
Yeah, it's Liverpool fans for you, isn't it?
Bro,
gotta respect it. And they're in the position to do that, I don't blame them.
No,
if Arsenal were in their position, I'd be the same. Yeah.
Bro, the fact of the matter is, there's some United fans that want Liverpool to win the league over Arsenal. Are you fucking mental? But they're about to equal
Peckham Reds.
Bro, they're about to equal our Premier League tally. Not Premier League tally, our league title tally. That could just knock that. Bro, Sir Alex Ferguson's most famous quotes. We want to knock Liverpool off their fucking perch, and we've done that. His biggest achievement was knocking Liverpool off their fucking perch. Liverpool are about to knock us off our perch now. They're about to hit. They're about to join our perch, and then they'll probably knock it off soon. They'll probably knock us off soon. And there's fans still okay with that. I'm sure you shouldn't be okay, but come on, man. You want them to win the league over Arsenal? Make up your mind. Make up your
Social
mind.
media fans. Social media fans. At the end of the day,
Bro,
social media isn't real. Social media
it-
is not real. There are plenty of Arsenal fans just like me in this world. Like,
I don't
come
want
on.
Arsenal to win the league either. But what other choice do I have? What other choice do I have? Liverpool are about to knock us off our perch. Liverpool are going to knock us off our perch, and it's going to happen soon. Whether you like it, whether people you like, guys like it or not, it's going to happen. It's about to happen this year, right? And I can't believe that people be like, "Oh, we're still going to troll Arsenal." No, no. Do you not realize how big of a rivalry Liverpool Manchester United are? It's way bigger than United Arsenal. It's not even close. It's not even close. United Arsenal rivalry lasted for about how many years? For about like
About
10 years.
6.
About 10 years. From like when the George Graham days in the Premier League. I think he won one league title with you guys, right? In the Premier League.
No, he didn't. He won 2 league titles just before the Premier League became an establishment.
Right. And then Liverpool United existed since the 1980s.
It's been before that, mate.
Way
It's been way
before.
before that.
Way
I mean,
before.
you go back to the betting scandal of 1920. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
It goes back to when Liverpool probably beat Juventus in the Champions League. I'm not going to get into that. Or sorry, when Juventus beat Liverpool in the Champions League, I'm not going to get into what happened that day. I'm not going to get into what happened that day. I don't want to mention it. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's why when it happened. That's why when the rivalry happened. Like way back then, like a long time ago. You know.
Manchester and Liverpool have always been a rivalry in cities
It's
going back to the
crazy.
Industrial Revolution.
It baffles me that how do you want Liverpool to equal our league title tally? Like, are you sick in the head? Like people, like people actually, that bro, it's gotten to the point where I just can't take this anymore. Like, I actually can't. Like, it just pains me, bro. I can't see them win the league. I don't mind City winning the league over Liverpool. I hate City winning the league as well. I hate them winning the league as well because they broke my heart in 2012. Like, that was one of the worst days I ever supporting United in my life. That day when City beat QPR was one of the worst days as a United fan. But come on, who would you rather win the league, City or Liverpool? Of course, Man City. Unless your whole family is Man City, then I understand it. But come on, man. There's no actual way you want Liverpool to win the league over Arsenal. It does not make sense.
I understand where you're coming from, being a
It
Manchester
pisses
United
me.
fan.
It
Obviously,
fucking. Sorry, go on.
carry on, man.
No.
Obviously, as an Arsenal fan, there's not the intense rivalry there. Obviously, we've had our battles in the past and whatnot, particularly Anfield '89, which is the best, well, arguably the best, alongside Aguero and the 1974 title race, as the best. It definitely is out of those three, the best title showdown in English football history. So obviously, there's a lot of history between the two clubs there, but Arsenal and Liverpool, we're not rivals. Honestly, I'd rather Liverpool won the league than City in the sense that not only does it knock United off their perch, being a petty Arsenal fan that I am, but also they are an actual established club and they are heritage in terms of English football and European football. Man City simply aren't that. And even going beyond that, for the neutral, surely you'd want Liverpool to win the league because it means that Man City haven't won it for a year. Because trust me, they'll be back next year and the year after that and the year after that.
Yeah,
so
possibly.
Obviously, as an Arsenal fan, it pains me, especially considering the last 2 seasons. We should have at least one Premier League title to our name by now. But, at the end of the day, being an Arsenal fan, I can't help but say well done. Because they've been by far the most consistent team. They've been by far the best coached. By far the best in-game management has been in their games. They've been by far the most gritty when things haven't gone their way. They have had their luck with injuries in comparison to other teams in the league. But at the end of the day, that's due to chance. There's nothing that Liverpool can do about that or any other club.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just hold my hands up and say fair play. You're a massive club. You're going to equal United's league title record. And for a club of Liverpool size, to be 35 years with 1 league title is an absolute travesty. So fair play to you lot. Enjoy it. And and the fans will finally get to celebrate. They won't be locked in their home. So fair play. I mean, come on, they got screwed over in 2020. Come on.
Imagine that year was null and void. Imagine that was null and void. Bro, Liverpool, right? That year, they got knocked out of the Champions League, got knocked out of the FA Cup, knocked out of the Carabao Cup. And
Yeah,
Kobe
5-0 to Villa.
and they were so close to getting the season null and void. That would have been the
Bear in
most.
mind, if that season null and voided, Arsenal would be on an 8-year trophy drive right now. So I'm kind of glad
Oh
it didn't either.
yeah. That's true.
So, yeah.
That's true.
Hey, lockdown benefited us, man. We were an absolutely shocking team, but that's the last time we've won silverware. So,
No, I
thanks
just
for
wish
lockdown.
it was null and void, man. That would have been so funny if that happened. Like, the fact that the fans were locked at home and they couldn't see the title happen as well. That was crazy.
No, that was cruel. That was cruel. Fair play. Just celebrate any which way you want, Scousers. Just enjoy it, man. And Everton, celebrate whichever wins you get at Goodison from now to the end of the season because you're leaving as well. Overall, it's been a good year for Merseyside. And fair play. Enjoy it while you can. Because Arsenal will be back next year. We won't.
They probably will.
No, we won't.
Nah, I think next year is Mikel Arteta's last ride with Arsenal, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. Man City, Liverpool. I'll let you kick off.
Look, I wanted City to win for obvious reasons. Liverpool are now 11 points clear at the top of the league. They're now 11 points clear with a game in hand. Obviously, Arsenal
have a game in hand.
Yeah, if Arsenal do win their game in hand, that cuts it down to 8. But at what cost? Like you guys are still 8 points behind. Liverpool are playing Newcastle at home. You guys are playing Forest away. I don't see you guys beating Forest away. I'll be honest with you. I don't see you guys beating Forest away. I think you guys losing that game, but we'll get into that prediction later on. Hey, bro, I play football with Liverpool fans. I live around Liverpool fans. People don't understand how much I'm going to suffer when these lot win the league.
Think about the locals.
I met Liverpool fans when they won the league in lockdown because I was playing football with them still. Because when it was lockdown, right? Thailand over here wasn't really as locked down like that because we were allowed out of the house. We were allowed to go places. They kind of eased the situation at the time. Yeah, they kind of eased the COVID situation at the time. And now, bro, some of the Liverpool fans that I know rocked up to my fucking house in a fucking van. I didn't even go see them, bro. Bro, they were fucking.
That's class.
They were partying in that van, bro. My cousin went down to see them, and I'm like, oh my days, bro. Imagine I would have met them, bro. Broski, yeah, no.
That's what football's all about. You got to take the rough with the smooth. Come on, that's brilliant. Like objectively, that's class.
Oh, things you do during lockdown. You can just drive around the whole city, in the bus parade. Broski, I'm not gonna leave my house when Liverpool win the league. I'm shit scared, bro. I don't want to see it happen. It's going to happen, but I'm not ready for that day. Please, I need some revival. Please, like some Boston Celtics. If you can win me another championship, I'll be here. No problem. But yeah, onto the game. Liverpool destroyed Man City. City were just. I mean, look. People will say City are missing Haaland, but like, what would Haaland come in and do? Haaland would barely get touches of the ball. Haaland would barely get any touch of the ball because, bro, look at the way Liverpool nullified Man City. They couldn't even get into the box. City could barely get into the box. City barely created anything. Doku was doing his usual thing, but other than that, what did Doku do? What did he do?
He kept losing the ball when I tuned into him.
Savinho lacked end product. Kevin De Bruyne was awful.
He's finished. Poor son.
Unfortunately, fortunately he is finished, but in terms of last night, yeah, I needed Kevin De Bruyne to step up. But really and truly, looking at Man City's team right now, they're in for a proper rebuild in the summer, and you better hope they don't finish. They don't finish in the top 4. You better hope they don't finish in the top 4 because they're going to absolutely crazy this window. We all know they're gonna go crazy this summer. Man City are not even just going. Man City not going to buy 2 or 3 players. They're going to probably buy 6 or 8 players, and we know it because they can get through this PSR thing, no problem at all. They can get through PSR without an issue. They can sell whoever they want, whenever they want. They'll get a lot of money for them. Man City know how to sell players. That's the difference between us and City. They can sell players. We don't know how to sell players. We made our record sales last summer of 100 million, and that's embarrassing because Man City made 500 million in 5 years over academy players. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, but onto the game, like, bro, what do you think of it? Because obviously, like, I was watching the game. Liverpool, the first goal Liverpool scored, that was like from the training ground. That goal they scored was like from the training ground. They worked on that goal. I think they worked on that goal. And
It was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
I didn't see the Szoboszlai goal. You're gonna have to talk me through that, but yeah, go on, bro. Floor's yours.
Well, I mean, that's just the performance of champions, isn't it? Their closest rivals slip up and they take full advantage. I mean, they were absolutely clinical. It was absolutely humiliating in that first half for City, as far as I'm aware. Should have been 3-0, I think. Like I said, I didn't watch much of the game, obviously, because I resigned to my fate after the West Ham game. But I saw Curtis Jones made it 3-0 at one point before it presumably got disallowed by VAR. So they were completely dominant throughout the second half as well. I tuned into the last 10 minutes and City just couldn't create anything. Like it was insane. Like, full credit to Slot. That first goal, straight off the training ground, absolutely embarrassing from City's perspective. Obviously, we can go through the whole discourse of Salah's scruffy goals and whatnot, but at the end of the day, he is one of the greatest players to ever grace English football. That's the reality of it. Not obviously aesthetically wise, he might not be all that, but in terms of just pure goal output, he is absolutely fantastic, and I absolutely love him as a player. He also got the assist for Szoboszlai's goal. I think that's 11 Premier League games in which Salah has both scored and assisted, which is a new Premier League record. Szoboszlai, keeper, completely rooted to the spot. Man City players completely frozen, I suppose. I mean, it was just absolutely clinical. That is a pure Champions performance. And Roy Keane said it best at the final whistle. They've won the league. In February, they've won the league because they've been by far the best team in the land. There's only a select few games I can think of where they have not been comfortably the better team than the opposition.
They're about to do it earlier again. They won the league with, I think, the record-breaking amount of games left, I think, as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sorry, go on, bro. Continue what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you can only have a select few games in the Premier League where Liverpool haven't been by far the best team, which is absolutely insane to think about the quality and consistency of their performances throughout the season. You think of Forest, I think we were the better team against them. You look at our back line by the end of the game. They were obviously going to equalise with that. Chelsea, they struggled a bit at home, but they still got the job done. You were the better team than them at Anfield. But only apart from 4 games, mainly probably Everton as well, and maybe Villa to an extent. They've been by far the best team in every game they've played in the Premier League this season. And they're going to finish the campaign with at least a cup and league double. So full credit to Slot, full credit to the Liverpool players, because they won nowhere near as much as their talent deserved and their performances deserved under Klopp. And they're finally reaping what they sow. So fair play.
Arne Slot has just binned all this gimmick that, but it's manager's first season, give him time, bro. Conte came in first season. Mourinho came in first season.
Wenger came in first full season.
First full season, Arsene Wenger won the league. Yeah, look at this. Who else? Pep Guardiola, 1 full season rebuild. The next year, won the league.
100 points.
100 points.
100 points.
That's the record-breaking points in the Premier League. Not even Sir Alex Ferguson.
In English football, yeah.
And I think Sir Alex Ferguson's the GOAT, right? But he couldn't replicate that. Look, all this gimmick that, but you need time. No. All right? Ten Hag was 4 points off top 4. Ruben Amorim's come in, and now we're fucking 14 or 15 points off top 4. I'm not saying this is Ruben Amorim's fault. I'm not saying it's entirely his fault. But what I'm trying to say is manager impact can be a thing. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came into United in interim manager. We were unbeaten for so many games. We were unbeaten.
I remember.
We were unbeaten for 2 months. Nearly 2 months. Crazy. Manager bounce is a thing, man. It is a thing.
This isn't a manager bounce. Slot is a genuinely class manager.
He He's a class manager. Like, Klopp's left him a really good team. Klopp's left him
On that point, people. This is our online Arsenal fans. They keep telling all these rational fan bases, all these rational fans online. Oh, he inherited a world-class squad. Arteta didn't. Is this the same world-class Liverpool squad that we finished above last season by a fine margin of points? Well, why aren't you looking at Arteta? Why are you trying to criticise Klopp? But enough on that. Something I need to get off my chest because that pissed me off.
Say it, bro. Say it.
People coming out with that absolute bollocks. We literally finished above this so-called super Liverpool team that you're raving on about as an excuse as to why we're not winning it. This coming from the same fans, literally the same fans with huge social media following, that were thinking, oh, as soon as Man City drop off, we're going to be there to overtake and finally win the Premier League. Football doesn't work like that. Football is cyclical. Football is not this storyline. At the end of the day, it's elite level sport, and if you miss your chance, you better fucking go again. And if you drop off, you're gonna have to get back up. There's no storyline involved. Genuinely. There might be coincidence, like Liverpool winning the first league title in 30 years and whatnot. Manchester United winning the European Cup 10 years after Munich air disaster, but those things are few and far between. It's coincidence. There's no such thing as a storyline. As soon as Man City drop off, we're not going to automatically be there to be at the top, right? And now you're coming at me with these fucking world-class squad. We fucking finished above them last year.
Yep.
So surely by that logic, we've got a better squad than them.
Above Liverpool 2 years ago. We finished above Liverpool.
We finished above them 2 years running, and this is apparently the world-class squad that we can't do anything about.
This team is so similar to 2 years ago. It's so similar. We just David De Gea, and just And just Ugarte. Bruno, I think Kobe came in, but he came in mid-season. He hardly played. Sancho's gone. Hoyland signed last year. We beat Liverpool last year, mind you. We knocked them out of the FA Cup last year, right? So all this gimmick that but you can't be Pep and Klopp. You can't be Pep and Klopp to a trophy. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. United just bin that gimmick last season. We did. We beat City and Liverpool to the FA Cup. That's one of my favorite FA Cup wins ever because we scumbagged that so bad. We scumbagged that like anything. We didn't even deserve to win the FA Cup. We scumbagged against Nottingham Forest. We scumbagged it against Newport County. We scumbagged it against Coventry City, who we should have lost to. Yeah?
I wish you did, man.
We should have lost to Coventry. And you know what? That would have been Ten Hag sacked. That would have been Ten Hag sacked. Even though I'm glad he won the FA Cup, I want to win the FA Cup, and trust me, I'm really happy we won the FA Cup. I don't want us to lose games on purpose. I don't want us to lose FA Cup games on purpose just to get the manager sacked. We're in the semi-final. Go back to the final. That should be your motivation to go back to the final. You're going to Wembley, come back again. And guess what we did? We did that. But you know what the biggest issue is? This guy stayed, and that's why our season got ruined. But you know what? Arne Slot, yeah, fair play. He's the best example as to why managers have so many excuses for time. Too many excuses, bro. Pep came in a year later. He's challenging. He's won the league by 100 points, right? He got 100 points, right? What else am I missing? Arsene Wenger's first full season title. Mourinho's first full season. Best defensive record in the Premier League history.
At that time, the record amount of points accumulated as well.
Yep. And also, not only that, he was unbeaten at home for 4 years with Chelsea. 4 years. That loss to Sunderland was Chelsea's first loss under Mourinho at home for so long.
About 82 games, I think.
82 games.
82 matches at Stamford Bridge. Yeah.
Mourinho had a lot of game at Stamford Bridge for 82 matches. He lost to Sunderland. That's crazy, in the second spell coming back to Chelsea. And guess what?
Oh, Akevin, can I just before you get on to your other point?
No, go on.
Did Arsene Wenger, did Arne Slot, did Antonio Conte, did Manuel Pellegrini, did Jose Mourinho, did they have to get an emotional support dog? Did they have to hire pickpocketers in order to win the league? Can you answer me that?
Did they have to open You Never Walk Alone at a training ground
before getting slapped 4-0? Did they do that? Can you answer me that, Akevin? Because I'm trying to find out everything. Apparently, we need an emotional support dog. A fucking pickpocketing fiasco. You'll never walk alone being played at Anfield. Bomb our captain out of the club after he visits his sick mother. All this just to win one Premier League title, alongside the £700 million spent, with next to zero profit accumulated next to that, and we're still potless. Can you answer me that, Ackerman? What is the issue here? Can you tell me? Okay, so I'm getting sidetracked with Arsenal, but congratulations to Liverpool. I'm really fucked off with that. That was pathetic, that game. But
this Liverpool title win is going to make me fucking break something. I just can't, bro. I really can't see them win the league. But guess what? It's okay. I hope
it's football, bro. It's not life.
I hope one thing. I hope Liverpool winning the league means one thing. United, wake the fuck up.
That's not gonna happen, mate. I'm sorry.
because the Celtics and the Celtics had the all-time record of championships. The Lakers equaled it. The Celtics ended up winning the NBA championship 4 years later. Because they made serious moves. They went back to the finals 2 years after the Lakers won it. They went to the finals 2 years again. So 4 years down the line, the Celtics ended up winning the championship. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, you can let them equal, but you try not to let them overtake. Don't let them overtake. We equaled it in 2009, but don't let them overtake you. Don't let them go through a rebuild next season with Slot, because Salah might leave. Trent's gonna leave. I think Van Dijk will stay. I think Van Dijk's gonna stay, right? But Slot is the most perfect example, bro. He's the most perfect example. Let's not even use Antonio Conte. I think Arne Slot's the best example. I'll tell you why. Go look at Liverpool's Champions League. Go look at Liverpool's Champions League campaign. They've been the new format, top of the league phase, beating teams like Real Madrid, finishing above
Bayer
Leverkusen, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City, How many good teams are there, bro? It's the Champions League. They finished on top with one meaningless loss because they rested players. If they had played their players that day, they'd have won every game. They would have won every single game, Liverpool. But guess what? That's the perfect example, bro. They finished top of the group. Finished top of the table. Now they're top of the league in the Carabao Cup final. Yes, they lost to Plymouth Argyle 1-0. Right. But they played a rotated team.
That was Slot's one big mistake so far in his reign.
That was his second loss. Third loss as Liverpool manager. Third loss. Indeed it was. And how many months has he been here? July, August, September, October, November. Sorry, no. He joined in June, no, because I remember Klopp was saying Arne Slot, and then like that. So was it June, July?
No, he was pretty much confirmed by the end of the season, I think.
Right. So he joined in what, June, July.
Officially, August, yeah. He was talking about it in his final press conferences in May.
The guy's been here, and March is next week. The guy's been here nearly 10 months now. Sorry, he's been here 9 months. 9 months. And he's doing all this without a transfer. Chiesa was his only transfer. He's not even used him. Mamardashvili is coming in next season. He got loaned back to Valencia. Bro, 0 signings. Didn't even spend any money. And look at where Liverpool are. I envy this team. I fucking envy Liverpool, man.
Did you envision Gravenberch becoming a defensive midfielder as well? I mean, what normal football fan would have thought that? I mean, that's just another example of.
I did, because I wanted him last year. I wanted him to come in and play defensive midfield for us last year. I wanted United to sign him last year before Liverpool did, and Liverpool signed him before we did. And look at him now, playing like a new signing. He barely played last year. I mean, they signed Endo last year. That wasn't a great move by Liverpool, but Endo's a good player. And trust me, I know I'm Asian and I know I'm biased, but I like Endo
because he's a good player, perfect utility player.
I rate a lot of Japanese players. I rate them a lot. I rate so many of the players. But the thing is, yeah, like you can't be signing like sorry, not, you can't be signing. You signed what Gravenberch. You bottled Zubimendi. You bottled the Zubimendi deal, right? You bottled that deal. What happened? What happened then afterwards? They were like, oh, we have to rely on Gravenberch and Endo. Look at Gravenberch. Look at the guy. Look at how
Revelation.
good I completely forgot I completely forgot about him when they signed when they had Zubimendi. When that Zubimendi deal collapsed, I was like, do you know what? I was like, I forgot about Gravenberch. They have him still. He can play defensive midfield. The guy can play 6, 8, and 10. Guy can play all over the midfield. Look at him. Look at how good he is. Yeah? All credit to Gravenberch, man. Probably the best midfielder in the league right now.
Definitely.
Arguably the best midfielder in the league right now. Arguably. God, it's not even close. And because Rice has been poor this year. Declan Rice has been poor this year.
He's been good these last 2 months, but that West Ham game particularly was absolutely awful from him. He refused to track them.
Did you see Lee Judge's clip of Declan Rice
on AFTV?
Let me show it to you. This is it's on 360 TV. Do you know 360 TV? It's on Instagram. 360.
Wait, send it to me on Instagram. I've got my phone here.
Hold on, let me have a look. Let's play it. Yeah. Let's play it here. You can play it in the background. Yeah. This is something that, do you know what? This guy was talking about Declan Rice about his former about him against West Ham. Crazy.
No, he's got a point. Because the majority of the times we've played West Ham, it looked like he's still under contract for him. So
crazy. Like, bro, he has accountability.
Yeah, but to be honest, Declan Rice is the least of our problems in terms of where we are at as a club. But I do understand the point he's making.
Bro, the United fans were clapping the players after the Everton game. Clapping the players. Well, we're in 15th. 15th, and you're still clapping these fucking players. And you keep on telling me the players are the problem. The same fans that tell me the players are the problem, you know, they're still clapping for the players. You should be booing them out the fucking pitch. They've been stinking the place out for months, and you're still backing these lot. Nah. Less of that, man. Bro, we're in turmoil, bro. We are in turmoil. And there's a reason why we are in turmoil. It's because of the fan base don't wake the fuck up and actually say the things that need to be said. They don't raise their opinions. They're just spreading toxic positivity. That's all they care about. All they care about is toxic positivity, and you know everything for the media, everything for social media. You know, the players. Oh, but back the players. Oh, but don't be negative. Don't hate on the players. They don't care about you. They don't care about you because all they're doing is just playing for the money and going home. Go and look at the shameless celebrations that they're scoring, even though we're 3-0 down, 3-1 down, or whatsoever.
I think this is. I think football at the end of the day, it's another job, isn't it? Like
it is.
Like I think with the fans, the majority of fans seem to have this emotional attachment to these multi-millionaire prima donnas. At the end of the day, they're here to do a job. I remember this guy going around the Emirates, like asking, "Would you sell Saka if it meant winning a league title?" Now you know I love Saka, obviously.
Of course,
absolutely love the guy. I'm an Arsenal fan.
I've seen that clip.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he is a replaceable employee like anybody else. Like anybody, like us have been in our previous jobs, assuming we've been employed. Like, at the end of the day, he's a replaceable employee. Obviously, we love the guy. He's a Hale Ender. He's a local lad. You know, he's dragged this club through the mud into a consistent Champions League outfit,
Yeah.
almost single-handedly when you look at his output and how much better he is than the majority of his teammates around him. But at the end of the day, for a league title, don't you just take it? And then with that money, you'd buy a right winger that can affect the game the same way Saka does. So, you know, I feel like
Bro,
I
there's
don't get it. So many people have this emotional attachment to players. I used to be like that, but I was younger. Majority of these people online are like in their mid-20s. Like, grow up a bit, lad. they're employees of the football club. This is a job to them, right? And when they're not doing their job correctly, let them know. But you don't.
Do you know who Dan Potts is?
Yes, I do. I love the guy. He's fantastic.
Did you see his interview with AFTV after the game?
Oh, what the guy who came up to him? Oh my god! Well, yeah. This. Why the hell are you, as an Arsenal fan who has seen this club win title after title, accepting that?
He was the only guy was slating him. By the way, everyone else was agreeing with him. Even Robbie was agreeing with him. Robbie was just standing there, be like, you know what? He agrees. Robbie even said himself today that next year's Arteta's last ride with Arsenal. If he doesn't win a major trophy, i.e. the Premier League or the Champions League, he's got to go. And Robbie said they won't sack him because he finished in the top 4.
They won't. That's true.
But next season, if he doesn't win anything, Arsenal fans will probably be like, do you know what? Yeah, you've done what you could, but it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, about 6 years too late. But yeah.
I can kind of see that next season happen. I can kind of see that happening next year if you don't win anything.
We're not going to win anything.
But assuming you win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup next year, Arsenal fans aren't going to be as satisfied. They'd rather finish second and nothing rather than an FA Cup, and finishing what, 4th or 5th. That's what they'd rather do.
That reminds me of Robbie arguing with United fans after the 22-23 season, saying that we had the better season because we were in a title race, as opposed to you, who finished in 3rd with the League Cup.
The more I think about it now, you can have the better season thing that year because we lost 7-0 to Liverpool. I ain't counting that as a successful season.
Akvin, objectively speaking, you had a much better success. You had a much more successful season than us.
At the time, at the time, I was like, yeah, we did. But looking back at it now, the fact that we lost 7-0 to Liverpool a week later is I can't even fathom. I can't even think about it, bro.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, you added silverware to your trophy cabinet. We didn't. You also finished in the same position than us, really.
We should have won.
You know, second, third, fourth, all the same.
Bro, we should have won 2. Yeah, we should have won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. We should have done the cup double that year. We should have beaten Man City in the final. Man City weren't even that great in the final, but neither were we. But we handed them the treble. We handed them the treble in front of our very own eyes. But we gave them the treble. And that's why I don't count that as a successful season, because we failed. We failed to stop our rivals from doing what was the only achievement that could have been stopped for us, you know. And they went on to do 4 in a row, 4 league titles on the spin,
unprecedented in English football,
off the back of a treble. And United fans are still satisfied with everything that's going on because they're okay with these happy clappers. That's what they're called. They're happy clappers. That's what they are. They just want to be there supporting the club. They don't care about the things going on behind the scenes. Because if you actually cared, you wouldn't have stopped your protest since lockdown. You'd have been protesting that since that year. Yes, we signed Ronaldo. Yes, we signed Casemiro. You all stopped protesting after that happened. But guess what? Accountability is the best ability. You can't be telling me that you're not that you're true fans of the football club say your Glazers out but do nothing about it. While I'm sat here at home saying things that, you know, United fans call toxic and negative. But at the end of the day, they're the same ones that are blaming the players for all the things going wrong. So why are you still defending the players then? Why are you still clapping them off then? You know,
They'll tell you that because you're not from Manchester, because you're not even from England, apparently your opinion is invalid. Genuinely, that's a lot. That's what a lot of people. That's a route a lot of people go down.
they always tell us to go support our local clubs, bro. My local club. I don't even support my local club in my country, but my local club ain't even my favorite team. It ain't even my favorite team. I don't even care about Thai football. I don't even care about Thai football. I go watch a few games here and there. Every here now and then I'll go watch a game. But I don't even like Thai football that much. I'm not a massive fan of Thai football. The atmosphere is great though. When you go watch a Thai game, and if you ever do come to Thailand, Josh, I'll take you to a Thai league game, and you're gonna enjoy the atmosphere, right? The atmosphere is something else, right? However, I don't enjoy watching them play compared to my own football club that I support. That I live all the way overseas, saying things that certain fans don't want us to say because we're not from England, so it's not feasible. It's not what's this word? Plausible, whatever it is.
Nonsense argument.
It's literally, bro. It doesn't suit their agenda. It does not suit their agenda.
You get up consistently at around 1 a.m, or like really really late at night to follow this club finish 15th or wherever you are.
Bro, I just stay up and watch the games because
exactly.
It ain't worth my sleep thinking about what's gonna happen today. Nah, forget about it.
That's more dedication than waking up normally and then watching the game at a normal time.
Bro, think about the Australian fans that have to watch Premier League games on a weekend. Think about Australia, bro. Do you realize that Australia, right, is not Australia, New Zealand. They're 5 hours ahead of us. They're 4 or 5 hours ahead of us, bro. New Zealand watches games. So the earliest kickoff game in Thailand without daylight saving, right? The starts in March, right? Is 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. kickoff here. Yeah. What's the time in New Zealand when the earliest game kickoff there? Probably 11 p.m. That's the earliest kickoff. And they have to watch the blackout games, right? At 3 a.m. in the morning. They're probably 12 hours ahead of the UK, I think. I'm not sure. This is crazy. That's
dedication.
That's dedication, bro. If anything else,
that is a proper fan.
If Australians have to watch, bro, Australians have to watch football so late at night. They ain't fake fans, bro. I stay up to watch football here at like 3 a.m. in the morning. The United game against Leicester was at 3 a.m. on a Friday night. 3 a.m. on a Friday night, and I had to, and the game nearly ended at 6 a.m. in the morning, and they want to call me a fake fan who stays up and watches this team. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. This is everything wrong with football fandom nowadays because social media is now around. Social media is now here. Yeah, they think it's okay to attack other fans for being who they are. But you know what it is? Josh? It's like I'm just a fan that supports my club the way I want to support it. Yep. Tell them again. Bro, I'm just a fan who just wants to support my club the way I want to support my club. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what people say. They can tell me to just go support another club all day. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, they ain't the super fans of the football club. They ain't the players of the football club. Even the players can't tell the fans who to go support. You can support United you can support whoever you like. They can tell you to get out of your football club. It ain't their football club. It's my football club too. And Josh supports Arsenal. So whoever is an Arsenal fan, it's their club too. It's my club. I'm a United fan. Whoever's a United fan telling me to go support the other clubs, they're also United fans. It's their club too. They have no given right. Oh, get out of my club. I don't belong in the football club. I support the football club. I don't work inside the football club. I can't get out of the football club. You know? It's not it's not right, bro. I'm sorry, it's just not right. But at the end of the day, bro, like I've got a lot to say about this, but we've got to get back to
Alright.
Premier League.
It's just one last point. It's like what I said to you in the studio before we started the stream. If I remember correctly, oh no, I've bottled it, just like my bloody manager.
No worries, no worries.
No, because you were talking about no, it was like I was talking about like how fans of the same club support their club in different ways. They, at the end of the day, the same with Manchester United, with Arsenal, with any other football club. You want what's best for the club. People just have different opinions on how to get to be the best. You know, it's like I'm not going to criticize you if you want Arteta in or you're backing the Kroenkes or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your opinion. I'm not going to try and actually change your way of thinking. I'm just trying to bring across my point. You know, it doesn't make your opinions any more valid. I might disagree with you, and I might get pissed off when the game's going on and where it's not going well, and you're still being positive. But I'm still going to respect your opinion and whatnot. Like this isn't an echo chamber, you know. Supporting a club isn't an echo chamber. We both want what's best for our club, but we go about it in separate ways. There's no wrong with that. It's just I feel like I've seen it for the last 21 years, but the way we've been operating over the last 21 years isn't the right way. And if you think it is, then good luck to you. You know, it's your life. I'm not going to try and make you live it any other way than the way you want it to be. So.
No, I hear it, bro. Hear it. Let's get back to the game. Obviously, does that mean Liverpool are done? Liverpool won the league for you?
Yeah, of course.
That's it now. Yeah.
I was thinking. I'll tell you what. I was actually optimistic going into this season because I thought we'd finally do it. It was the most optimistic I felt for a league season since 2015, the summer of 2015, where we only signed Czech, but I felt like we would actually win the league. I felt we would win the league. Obviously, I wasn't getting super deluded about it, but I thought after 2 consecutive years runners up, we finally have what it takes, despite our shit transfer window.
You could go back to my YouTube channel and check. I made my predictions on a shorts on a YouTube shorts. I used the TikTok filter to do the Premier League table, right? I used the classic Premier League song. I put Arsenal on top. I put Liverpool. I put City in second. I put Liverpool third. You'll never guess who I put in fourth.
United.
Yeah.
No, but
never did I think we'd be this bad though. I didn't think we'd be this bad. So can you really fault me? I mean, like we spent a lot of money again in the summer. I expected much better.
Ineos, are you mad? You remember that? After you signed Ugarte, all news came through that you were going to sign him. But it's like I was saying, Ineos, that's it. Like I was saying, like you tell me is the title race now over? I kind of felt it was over after we drew at Stamford Bridge because at that point we were 9 points behind. At that point we were not. But this is all I honestly felt at Stamford Bridge after that 1-1 draw. We were 9 points behind Liverpool going into the last international break of 2024. I felt then that 9 points would be near on impossible to catch up on. And I was thinking, you know, Liverpool have bottled plenty of title races in the past. You know, there's no reason why they can't do it again with having, with all the uncertainty regarding their 3 main players and regarding it is their manager's first season. But obviously that's completely been blown out of the water. But I did feel like severe warning signs were there, especially as we went between the 2 international breaks in October and November. We played 4 Premier League games. We picked up 2 points out of 12 against Liverpool, funnily enough, and against Chelsea. Lost to Bournemouth and Newcastle. I honestly felt then that the title thing, like it was entering Judgment Day at that point on, and now the death nail was in the coffin. It is now. Yeah.
I think if Saliba and Partey don't get injured, the year before last, you'd have won the league. I don't think you'd have bottled it.
I would not be so sure about that. No, I would not be so sure about that.
Because I think the thing is, right, you had to play Jorginho, you had to play...
No, Partey was fit for the majority of the season. It was Saliba and Tomiyasu who got injured in the same game against Sporting.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we had to play Rob Holding.
I think Saliba was the reason why you guys, I think, lost that league title. Like, with Saliba, I think you'd have won the league. I think you.
Ackman,
I think.
no,
I
carry
think
on.
you.
Yeah.
I think you defend that cross that Salah put in for Firmino to equalize 2-2.
I don't
The
know.
one where the one where Salah spun Zinchenko and then equalized.
Ackman. Right, we had Saliba fit for the whole of last season. Our only major injury was Yuri and Timber. It was a new
Yeah.
signing anyway, so he wasn't integrated into the team.
No,
We still didn't win the league.
I wasn't on about last year. I was on about the year before you.
Yeah,
won.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Saliba was fit last year alongside the rest of our squad, and we still didn't do it. This the collapse, our last two title collapses go way beyond injuries to players.
Yeah.
Right, it is a mentality set in the club from the ownership that trickles down all the way to the manager and therefore the players. Right, Saliba and Tomiyasu don't get injured, and let's say Saliba plays throughout the run, we're still not winning that Premier League. Yeah, I remember that. That still appears in my nightmares, Indian Scouser. Honestly, I hate that game, man. That's horrible.
And missing the penalty at West Ham, that's another one.
No, Salah missed a penalty in that game as well. Bloody hell. Horrible. I thought that was our Ruud van Nistelrooy moment, but obviously not.
I'm talking about Saka
missing against West Ham.
Against West Ham at the what was it called?
London Stadium.
The London Stadium, Olympic Stadium.
Yeah, then Ramsdale passing it straight to Alcaraz 30 seconds in.
Oh yeah, Salah missed the penalty against Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, first half. I remember that
we got absolutely bitched in the second half. Look, for the first, this is what you know. What Akavin, during that season, I was never optimistic about winning the league. I always thought that City would catch up with us. I always thought once Partey gets his inevitable injury, like he had done for the last 2 seasons, we would fall apart.
Yeah.
Right. When Jesus made it 2-0 at Anfield, that was when I believed we're winning the league. Because for the first 40 minutes of that game, before Xhaka had to go at Trent, getting the Anfield crowd up, that first 40 minutes at Anfield, we played with the swagger of champions. I can send you a clip of the game that I bookmarked early this morning on Twitter, where Liverpool couldn't get near us. We were already 1-0 up 10 minutes in, and we were just knocking the ball about with confidence. Rob Holding was doing Trivela passes, and Zinchenko ends up with a shot which Alisson just about tips past the post. Like, we were playing with the swagger of champions, and when Jesus made it 2-0, I thought we have what it takes to be champions. And obviously Xhaka gets provocative with Trent. Anfield crowd rises up. Salah scores, and I knew what was going on from there. I saw it. I've seen it way too many times with this manager. And then obviously what happened. But that's what I mean, Akabin. In regards to Saliba's injury, that we did not lose the league due to Saliba or Tomiyasu's injuries. Granted, it didn't help, but it goes way beyond that. It's a mentality thing with this manager and with these players and with the ownership.
I think the goals you conceded against Southampton were also down to Aaron Ramsdale making mistakes as well. I think individual errors costed you the league that year as well. The Aaron Ramsdale one. What was the game that you drew? Was it Bournemouth that you drew? It wasn't Bournemouth, was it?
Brentford. When Lee Mason forgot to draw the lines. Yeah, I remember that.
Forget Lee Mason. Do you know why? Because Saka was offside against Liverpool at the Emirates.
That was one of my favourite wins that season.
Right.
That was brilliant. Yeah, but
right. You know, he was offside. Yeah.
He was. Yeah, may have been.
And Martinelli was offside against United this year, wasn't he?
Don't please don't. No. He was also offside against Fulham, which cost us 2 points. No. But one thing I will say, that Old Trafford game that season, Martinelli's goal getting chalked off was an absolute disgrace. But that's by the by. That's by. But that is right. That is pure heart attack tax on Eriksen's part. If he never had that heart attack, that goal would never get disallowed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was watching it at Centre Parks.
United, bro. Eriksen, the heart attack didn't get Eriksen to United, bro. Eriksen was at Inter Milan. Inter Milan didn't want him anymore. He would have gone to Brentford regardless.
No, that was a disgrace. That was one of the only times in my lifetime we've actually played really well at Old Trafford and we got fucked over. But I don't normally complain about VAR and referees, although we have had some shocking decisions this season. Admittedly,
I will tell you one thing though, like regarding that that season, right? Did you? Who else did you drop points? So you dropped points to Southampton at home, What was the game before that you dropped points to?
West Ham. That was West Ham.
West Ham, Southampton. That's 6. That's 4 points in the back. That's 4 points, plus the Brentford game. But then,
you think about
Actually-
those 4 points and
actually, to be fair, the game against Liverpool, maybe another scenario could have happened after that goal. Who knows? Because that goal, right, put you guys 1-0 up and you guys settled. Maybe if that goal had got chalked off, you wouldn't have settled. So who knows?
No, but that's the thing. But our collapse was so bad that season that we were only 5 points behind City. Yeah, but if we got those 6 points against Brentford, West Ham, and Southampton, for example, and finished on 90 points instead of 84, Man City still would have won the league, by the way, because they filled out second teams in their last 2 games against Brighton and Brentford. If the title was still not confirmed, they would have won those 2 games and finished on 93 points.
Do you want to know where else you shouldn't have dropped points to? Everton away. John Dyche's first game.
But when we talk about Arsenal, I'm going to get into that, like Arteta's inability to coach.
We'll move on to Arsenal right now, actually, since it's a topic of discussion. Let's move on to Arsenal right now. Arsenal, look, poor, very, very poor result. Talk me through the game, because I think it's just, you know what it is from Arsenal, right? I'm one of those people that I think there were times where Arsenal had chances. There were times where Arsenal had the ball and Trossard made mistakes. Odegaard was hiding. You know, talk me through the game. I think West Ham, they were slightly. I mean, could you say they were the better team, or do you think they rode their luck? What would you say about that?
I'd say they executed their game plan perfectly, and out of 2 very poor sides that day, they would deserve to win this still.
Smash and grab win, you think?
Not smash and grab, no, because we were absolutely awful, and they executed their game plan flawlessly. Yet again, Graham Potter, much like David Moyes, for the majority of the time, much like Marco Silva, much like Sean Dyche, much like whoever else you want to pick out, they all have Arteta's number. He cannot coach against a mid-block. And he's been in the job for 6 years and he still hasn't worked out. Yeah, cheers, Xhaka. Bloody hell. So that sidetracked me a bit. But in terms of the game, we created fuck all. We created absolutely nothing.
No, yeah.
We had like... There was an instant in that game where Odegaard had a free kick. He could have whipped the ball in, but instead he played a suicidal pass to Saliba, who had no other choice but to pass it back to Raya. And then he starts flipping his arms about and getting annoyed. That guy being Arsenal captain perfectly encapsulates Mikel Arteta's era at the club. Why the hell is he captain? How the hell is he captain material? Can you explain that to me? In what world can you possibly envision Martin Odegaard lifting the Premier League title above his head? It just doesn't compute, does it? Like, can you imagine Odegaard lifting up a Premier League title? Because I fucking can't. And I won't be able to see it. No. Honestly, I couldn't like... Graham Potter yet again outclassed Mikel Arteta. That's the be-all and end-all of it. Yet again, Arsenal failed to coach their way out of a mid-block. Bear in mind, yeah, and this is 100% true. I don't care if it's technically a hypothetical because it's 100% true, considering we lost to West Ham last year with these players. If we had Saka fully fit, if we had Jesus fully fit, if we had Havertz fully fit, and if we had Martinelli fully fit, we still would not have won that game. We still would not have won that game because it is a serious tactical, structural weakness with this manager. He cannot coach his way out of a wet paper bag when he's up against a mid-block, right? And that's what we've seen for the last 6 years. You see, again, we talk about Aston Villa, yeah, but at the end of the day, they finished 4th doing the running. You look at the Fulham game, you look at the West Ham game, yeah. You even look at the Fulham game at the Emirates where we dropped points. We have this fundamental weakness dropping points against mid-table sides. And even Newcastle to an extent, considering they're not Big Six, whatever the hell that means. Thing is, yeah, Honestly, sorry, I'm so pissed off because it's the same mistakes season after season. It's like with the FA Cup game where we draw 1-1. The away club has a player sent off, and we still lose 5-3 on penalties. Literally, that Manchester United Arsenal game in the FA Cup, exact same thing happened. Yeah, exact same thing happened against Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League 2 seasons prior.
Yeah.
Ugarte got sent off, funnily enough. Ruben Amorim was on the opposing bench. We draw 1-1 after 120 minutes, and we lose 5-3 on penalties. That is the clearest example out of so many examples that we are making the same mistakes season after season, and this manager is unable to rectify it. Akoven. That's it. Yeah. So that game just perfectly encapsulates when you mix in a mid-block alongside Arteta's inability to coach against the mid-block, combined with the fact that we've done fuck all in the 2 transfer windows in which we should have made that one final push, mixed in with the fact that when the pressure's on, we crumble. Because bear in mind, if we won, we would have been 5 points behind Liverpool going into their visit to the Etihad, and they would have been feeling more pressure to get the 3 points, which could have perhaps swung things in City's favour. But alas, that didn't happen.
Maybe,
so
yeah.
combining those 4 things, yeah, just completely sums up Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. That's what I'll say. That game sums up absolutely fucking everything about this manager. If the Newcastle 2-legged Carabao Cup semi-final didn't already. That's what I will say. But I'll let you speak now because I have gone on a bit of a rant. But like I said, off camera...
Continue, please. I've got more to say about United.
Okay, fair enough. Right. How I felt after that game was a sense of apathy, as I told you off the screen.
Yeah.
I feel that under this ownership, bear in mind, yeah, for people that are watching on YouTube or whatever, you see my name and you see under it the quote, "I didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies." This is what Stan Kroenke, Arsenal owner, said in 2018 after completing his full takeover of the club. So straight away, the mentality is completely off from a structural level, from within. Right? I feel that under this ownership, under this manager, and under these players, this club has reached its full potential, which is title race, finishing second, not being able to get over the line. That is the potential of this football club. What dawned on me after that game is that this club is in serious need of a cultural reset. Okay? A complete cultural reset. And by that I mean these owners need to fuck off and jog on. And we need a genuine owner with genuine ambition, not like Newcastle's owners who comply with PSR. I'm on about Nottingham Forest's owner, and I'm especially on about Sheikh Mansour and whatnot at City. Yeah. See, it brings me back to this. Like, I remember in the Super League, when the Super League in 2021 was going about, Gary Neville went on his massive, infamous rant about it, and talked about how Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal are the 3 major clubs of England, with those 3 clubs have the most trophies accumulated in England.
Yeah.
He said they should feel the most ashamed, right? I personally feel, that despite the fact we've got the 3rd most trophies in England, right, and we've got the 3rd most league titles, most FA Cups and whatnot, we are nowhere near Manchester United and Liverpool. And I'm not even on about sporting-wise, I'm on about commercially and whatnot. Yeah, in terms of fan base, we might run Liverpool close to an extent. In terms of like in the US and whatnot, other certain parts of the world. I seriously doubt Asia has more Arsenal fans than Liverpool, but you get the gist.
No, Liverpool.
I understand the perspective of Manchester United and Liverpool are traditionally the 2 biggest English clubs. So the whole idea of getting a $1 trillion Arab sheikh to come in and just buy trophy after trophy is not in their club's ethos. Arsenal are not that club. Arsenal are not the club of England, the same way Man United and Liverpool are, despite having 3rd most trophies, 3rd most league titles and whatnot. What we are just another English football club. And that's how I felt after the West Ham game. And that's how I felt after watching us bottle 2 consecutive title races. We are not in the same category. We are not in the same stratosphere as you or Liverpool, right? So I am in full support of a sheikh or whatever, whoever has X amount of money. You could bring in the Rothschilds for all I care in charge of our club. As long as we have an owner that will fucking spend money and fucking get us back to where we were 21 years ago, I do not care. At what point, after 21 years without a league title, 139 odd years without any European silverware of note, i.e., a trophy that still exists in the modern era, after 33 years without a Carabao Cup, after 5 years without an FA Cup or any trophy of any description, for a club with the third most trophies in England, when can the fan base collectively say this is not on? Okay? Why can't we get an owner? I don't care. We have not got the same ethics as United and Liverpool in terms of, oh, we can't just buy trophies. We're just another normal English club, like City, like Chelsea, like Forest, like Everton. We're in that mould with Villa. We're not like you two on a complete separate stratosphere. So I have zero problem with getting a fucking $1 million Arab sheikh or whatever and pumping loads of money into the club and winning us trophies. Because at the end of the day, we're not. Traditionally, we may be, but we are not. We are nowhere near your level, and we never will be. So why not just bite the bullet and fucking be serious for once? Because under these current owners, under this current manager, and under these current crop players, they've proven time and time again that they cannot get over the line. Sign me some players, put in the funds that say we can, please.
Yeah. It's the reluctancy of owners not wanting to put money into the football club. That's the issue. It's the owners just caring about their own good. And look, they're fantastic businessmen. If that's how they run things, right?
Football isn't a business; it's a sport. You know.
For themselves, it's probably the best thing that it's probably the best thing that could happen. But them profiting off of football clubs. But as fans, you know, we're treated as customers. We're not treated as fans. We're customers to them. Because it's like the owner goes and checks on the business once in a while, and he goes and checks the progress of how much money the football club's made. Then he takes the money out of the football club and keeps it for himself. Doesn't want to put any of his own in. The difference between United and City is the Glazers, when they came in, they took out $2 billion from the club. Man City's owners came in, bought the club, and put in $2 billion. That's the difference, you know. When you have an owner that cares, when you have an owner that wants to win, right, or is a serial winner, then that's where things change. That's where the fans' ambition will change. The fans are literally on board with the Glazers. That's the biggest issue with my football club. The fans are on board with the Glazers. They're literally they're Glazers out, but look at what they're doing. They're match-going fans. They don't care about but the Glazers this, the Glazers that. They're still putting money into the Glazers' pocket by going to the game. They're still buying tickets. They're still paying for merchandise. They're still, you know, renewing season tickets. If you care so much about one of the owners out, and if you care so much about everything, empty the stadium. Don't put a single penny in. Starting the game against Arsenal, don't enter the stadium. If you want to protest, don't do a walkout. No one's going to care if you do a walkout because you've already put in the money. The Glazers are not going to care if you walk out of the stadium or not. They're going to sit there and be like, yo, we made our money, we'll go. What's the point?
You know what, Akavan, like after that game, I just felt there was no happy ending with this football club, right? Yeah. I feel like I love this club so fucking much, and just seeing us not being able to get over the line and seeing us waste opportunity after opportunity. Like, I was born in that area. I know so much, but I've researched so much about the club. I've read so many books about the club. I've put loads of money into the club, plus in terms of buying merchandise and going on all the stadium tours and whatnot. And I just feel like they don't appreciate me as a fan. And I'm sure there are thousands and thousands of other people, especially people like you, as we said earlier, who, wake up at ridiculous hours of the day or night to follow their club, and you're getting nothing in return.
Nothing.
It just depresses me. That's what dawned on me after that game. Is there's no happy ending. We're just in a constant cycle, and we'll soon drop off. Like, second is our ceiling, as I said earlier. After all the waffle, like, second is our ceiling as a club under these owners, under this manager, and under these players. And it really depresses me, man, because I feel like, throughout my life, I've technically seen us win 5 FA Cups, right? I was 4 months old for the one in 2005. So out of the 21 years I've been alive, 16 of them have essentially been wasted on the trophy front. Now, I have so many good memories supporting the club in terms of games and whatnot, but at the end of the day, the depressing fact is football is about trophies. The cold, hard luck day is that football is about trophies, and 16 years of my life have been absolutely wasted because of the lack of ambition and the lack of mentality in this club. And it just pains me to say, man, because we're never winning the Premier League again at this rate. I'm sorry. It's just a depressing state of affairs, and I honestly, I won't say depressed because that's silly, but I just felt really, really disheartened after that game. And like we haven't even talked about the red cards. Like that was a blatant red. There's no issue with that. Unlike the Wolves one with Lewis Skelly, there's no. Yeah.
Can I blame Lewis Skelly? No, because the pass to him was stupid as fuck. The pass to Lewis Skelly was really, really dumb. I don't know why you passed to him there. And you put him under pressure, which forced him to take a horrible touch, and that's when the red card happened. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's screwed over for me.
But you see what I mean, Akvin? It just feels like our efforts aren't reciprocated as fans, you know?
Yep.
It's like you get so close and you just rip it away from me. Yeah, I know that sounds narcissistic, but fucking hell, man. I know we've got a massive fan base and we're all in it together, but how do you let those 2 opportunities slip, man? Last year, fair enough, we pretty much nearly wrote ourselves out of it after December, but the season before that, man, you've got to deliver when you're 8 points fucking clear in April. Come on. I just feel like there's so much emotional investment that you don't get in return.
We should have converted our league title in 2012. We should have done the same.
2010, or 98, or 95, or 92. You know?
Do you know where we lost the league? We had never lost a game to Wigan in our history, and we lost 1-0. That was the first time we ever lost to Wigan. Oh, I know my history. I'm a fake fan. See, I'm a fake fan, but I know my history. That was the first time we lost. That was the first time ever we've lost to Wigan. By the way, never drew, never lost. That was the first time we've ever dropped to Wigan. That
is insane.
That game, we should have at least gotten a point. We'd have won the league. 1 point would have won us the league. Don't care. We'd have won the league with even a point. We should have gotten a point. And guess who scored? Sean fucking Maloney. I didn't even watch that game. I had to leave to Singapore the next day. I was going on holiday to Singapore the next day. I didn't even watch that game. I didn't even watch it. I woke up, I checked the score. I'm like, I didn't even check the score till like before I left the house. And I'm like, we lost 1-0. I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, sorry, no worries. Because at the time I'm like, you know what, you're not gonna go. You're not gonna go win the league anyways. And guess what? And guess when that game happened? A few days after you man had done us a favor at the Emirates. Mikel Arteta. That was the day that game we lost was the one. Had we won that game, we would have gone 11 points clear.
I feel like the Everton game was more detrimental. You were 4-2 up, and the Everton game was more detrimental that month, that season, I think. Because when you're 4-2 up in a title race with 5 minutes to go, that is pathetic. That is where you lost the league, in my opinion.
No, do you know why? Because what happened the year before was we lost. We were 3-1 up against Everton. We bottled the 3-3.
Arteta again.
Arteta.
It's a pain in the ass for everyone, isn't it?
This is what I'm saying. Shit results like that happen, but it's about converting it at the end. We didn't convert it when it matters most. And the day we lost the league was when we lost at Wigan. That was the day we lost the league. Because Man City would never ever.
I think it's Everton. But, yeah. I disagree. I think it's the Everton game.
No, because you know why? City had the game in hand. So
yeah, but there's 2 extra points.
I hear
even
if at the same
beat
time,
you at the Etihad, you'd be 2 points clear with Swansea and Sunderland as your next 2 games.
You're right about that, but also the Wigan game where we lost the league. You can literally put there are 2 factors we lost the league at. We should have at least gotten a point at the Etihad as well. We had chances. We should have gotten a point at the Etihad. But
Ferguson was uncharacteristically defensive-minded that game, wasn't he? From the reports I've seen and whatnot. I think he had Phil Jones in midfield.
He was trying his best to probably get a probably get like a 1-0, like a scumbag draw or something. Let's see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic of Fergie, that is. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Mosquito?
Yeah, mosquito. Sorry. Sorry. Go on.
No, don't worry. No, but I see what you mean. I mean, Arsenal have bottled plenty of Premier League title races, before Super Duper Mick was at the helm. I mean, even in 2003, we were 8 points clear of you, even though you had a game in hand and we bottled it to you.
Bro,
1999, if we just got a point against Leeds, considering you drew 0-0 with Blackburn on the Monday night, we would have won on goal difference.
It's fine margins in the Premier League. This is why we always have to take our chances when it comes our way, because you just never know when you throw it away.
Even you forget
Chelsea 2011.
Yeah,
Chelsea 2011 bottled it against United at Old Trafford.
Fair enough. One thing that goes under the radar is us in 07-08, because obviously you won the league and the Champions League that year, but we were 5 points clear with 12 games to go.
Best season in Premier League.
Pardon?
Best season in Premier League history.
Definitely up there. 3-way title race, even though we fucked it up in April after losing to you. But we were 5 points clear with 12 games to go, and then Eduardo gets his leg break, and granted, we did have a young team.
Ronaldo 42.
Pardon?
Ronaldo 42 goals that year as a midfielder.
Adebayor got 24 Premier League goals, and he was third top scorer behind Ronaldo and Torres, I think. So, yeah.
Ronaldo and Elka the following year, unfortunately, but he lost for 1 goal.
Yeah,
it was like a very, very low scoring Golden Boot race the following year. I think it was like 16 goals. I think I don't even
19. I think Anelka got 19.
I think it was something like that. Like it was not more than 19 goals. That's what I know for sure. But it's what it is. Sorry,
but there's like 07-08 is a particular sore one for Arsenal fans. We can even look at 10-11 because we were 4 points behind you going into February. At that point, we'd just beaten Barcelona in the first leg of the Champions League, round of 16. We were in the FA Cup. We were in the Carabao Cup final against Birmingham. We were only 4 points behind you guys, and you guys were beginning to wobble. And then we go 1 win in about... No, we go 2 wins for the rest of the season from February onwards. And we were 4 points behind you. Just beat Barcelona, the best club team in history at the time, maybe. In the FA Cup, before playing you lot at Old Trafford, when Fergie fielded 7 defenders. And we were playing Birmingham in the Carabao Cup final. And then obviously in 2013-14, 48% of the time we led the league table. We weren't even close to it by the end. But we led for the majority of that season, genuinely.
We lost to 1-0. We lost to you 1-0 as well.
Yeah. That was one of the 2 games we won in the 2011 running.
That was.
After Blackpool. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
How did you bottle it? You went top as well.
No, we were top.
Yeah, I know you were top because we threw it away. We lost to Liverpool. We lost to Chelsea in the space of a week.
You did.
Season. We lost both games in a week because the Chelsea game got rescheduled because the game got cancelled because of the snow. I think one time.
No, there was a massive snow blizzard in the UK, so a lot of that.
Yeah, so the game got cancelled and moved, and we played Chelsea and Liverpool in the same week. And I'm like, nah, how do you do this, man?
No, but that season is a particular sore one because that was the season where we were 4-0 up at St James's Park after 26 minutes and let that slip.
Yeah.
If we held on to that, we would have been going into the business end of the season 2 points behind you guys. Like I can literally go result. I can literally tell you every result that happened since the Carabao Cup loss to Birmingham. But I won't waste your time.
No.
Right, we beat Leyton Orient 5-0 in the replay. Then we drew 0-0 with Sunderland, which was very unlucky, granted, few refereeing decisions, but and then we lost 3-1 to Barcelona in the round of 16, second leg. Van Persie's red card. And then we lost 2-0 to you guys in the FA Cup. Ferguson fielding about 7 or 8 defenders in the lineup. And then we drew 2-2 with West Brom. We were 2-0 down at one point. And then going into April, drew 0-0 with Blackburn, who were down to 10 men. And then we beat Blackpool 3-1. And then we drew 1-1 with Liverpool. Now, that was the game where Van Persie scored the penalty to put us into the lead in the 98th minute. And we still managed to balls it up.
You drew 1-1.
Yeah.
Because Dirk Kuyt scored 1 as well later on.
Exactly, because of Boué,
I was in America. I was watching that game in the morning. I was like, surely Arsenal won this game. The Liverpool equalised. I'm like, oh my god, thank God.
Yeah. And
Thank
then
God
after that, we draw
Thank God.
3-3 at White Hart Lane after being 3-1 up at half time. And then we lose 2-1 to Bolton in the 90th minute. Then we beat you guys. Then we lose to Stoke and Aston Villa. And then we draw with Fulham on the final day. We gained 10 points in the in the title running. We gained 10 points.
The one time I ever wanted Liverpool to win a game was, do you not remember the 2009-10 season where Gerrard purposely passed the ball back to Didier Drogba?
That's not the first time he's done it, by the way. He did that to Zidane in Euro 2004 as well. And he did that to Henry in 06 to help us beat him. Like he's made a habit of that, Paul Sleevey.
And he slipped again in 2014.
And 2022. Remember, Villa was 2-0 up at the Etihad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so... Christ, what a game. Oh, bloody hell. That's insane, that is. Imagine being that close to a quadruple.
Bro, we were so close to a treble in 2011, remember? We were in the FA Cup semi-final. We were in the Champions League final. And we won the Premier League.
You lost that FA Cup semi-final because Carrick played a stupid back pass to Yaya Toure, I think. We passed it straight to Yaya Toure.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a stupid back pass to Yaya Toure.
Don't forget 07-08 as well.
Well, we had many chances to score, man. We had many chances to win that game.
Yeah. 07-08 as well, you lost to Portsmouth. If you got through to the semis, you were up against Barnsley, Cardiff, and whoever else it was. Yeah, so you should have won the treble in 08 as well.
But we could have won the quad because we lost to Portsmouth, I think, in the
Coventry.
Yeah, Coventry. Yeah, we lost to Coventry 2-0 at Old Trafford. We lost to Portsmouth in the FA Cup the following that year. Remember exactly. When?
That was insane. That was.
We had 3 goalkeeper changes that day. We had Van der Sar, we had Thomas Krujak.
That's it.
And we had
Ferdinand.
They played in goal.
Ferdinand played in goal.
Ferdinand played in goal in that game, and John O'Shea played in goal. Sorry, no. No. Hold on.
I know it was Ferdinand who went in goal.
No, I think it was John O'Shea.
No, it was Ferdinand. Trust me, it was Ferdinand.
Really?
Yeah, because I've watched the match of the day highlights to that game, and it was insane.
Right.
The amount of chances he missed. He dived the right way, Ferdinand. He literally dived the right way.
Goal against Spurs in 2006, 2007 when we won 4-0 away at Tottenham. And he still made. Yeah, so yeah.
That was one of 3 times outfield player went in goal that Premier League season. Because John Terry went in goal against Reading when Cech got his head smashed, and then Kudicini got injured after
the history of the head
rugby crap, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
And then what was the other one? Oh yeah, against us, funnily enough, when we lost 1-0 to Sheffield United when they had Phil Jagielka in goal after Paddy Kenny came off with a hamstring strain. You know, what a season, man! I don't know if you remember the goal compilation for December 2006 was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You had the SEN screamer against us. You had the Paul Scholes volley at Villa Park. You had Drogba's swivel on the chest and volley against Everton at Goodison.
Also, Villa Park was in 2007, 2008.
Was it? Didn't you win 4-0 in
No, we won 4-1 against.
Wait a minute, 06, 07. Wait a minute. So I just want to check this because I was sure it was.
Sorry, you are right. But I remember we beat Aston Villa again in the FA Cup. 2 months later, I think. A month or 2 later, we beat Aston Villa in the FA Cup away from home. That same.
Get on
that same season, I think.
You beat us 07-08. You beat us 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
Fletcher gets sent off. Rooney scoring 1 goal, Fletcher scoring 2.
I think Nani was doing like juggles on his head, and then Gallas came to snap his legs.
And he got sent off as well.
I think it was Gallas or Aboué?
No, I think it was it was Aboué. I was watching the highlights the other day. It was Aboué.
Oh, fair enough. We were 5 points clear at that point, remember? And then we beat the European champions AC Milan to play Liverpool. And I'm sure Ty has educated you on on Ryan Babel diving as soon as we equalised with 6 minutes to go. We would have played Chelsea in the semis, but yeah, alas, that didn't happen. I so wish that Liverpool and Chelsea played each other in the semi-finals that season, 07-08. If only John Arne Riis's own goal didn't happen in the 95th minute, we would have had a Man United Liverpool final.
And United would have beaten Liverpool in the Champions League.
You probably would have done, but I was thinking, like, imagine if that was Liverpool in place of Chelsea. Imagine Steven Gerrard equalising after Ronaldo puts you in the lead. What a game that would be. But unfortunately, Chelsea were in it instead. So.
And they almost won it, but guess what? Could have won the cup, but he fucked it up. Viva John Terry.
Wait. People speak about John Terry, but it was ex-Arsenal man Nicholas Anelka that missed the deciding penalty. So
yep,
Arsenal legend through and through.
Saved it. United again. I remember Clyde Tysley coming. I wasn't watching, but I watched. Bro, I watch it back every time I get really emotional every time I watch it back because those were the good days of my club, man. Those were the good days. Like, I wish I watched. If you had to go back in time to watch a game, that you never watched, for me, if you had to go back and watch a game that you've never watched, but before you started watching football, for me, I probably have to choose between the '99 Champions League final. Actually, no, I can't say I was born in '99, but 2008 Champions League final was the game I wish I watched.
Why didn't you watch it?
I hadn't started watching football yet at the time.
Damn it, man!
I didn't know anything was going on. I started watching the following year. I started watching towards the latter stages of the year. So I've seen us win 3 league titles.
Good lads. I've seen us win none. So congratulations.
You'll see your team win a title. So I'm sure.
Akarin, we are honestly not winning the Premier League title anytime soon.
No, not this year, but
not this year. Not as long as Arteta is our manager. We have the same core of players, and as long as we have this ownership.
I tell you what, you will win the league, but not with this manager. I think you'll win it with a new manager. Maybe in a couple of years' time, 3 years' time. Who knows?
Oh, mate, come on! I want it now, bruv. Come on. We were so fucking close twice, and
Oh, I know. So were we in 2012, bro. So were
we. But that's the caveat of winning the Premier League 12 times beforehand. Before that.
That's true.
Yeah, so you witnessing what? You witnessing
7 league titles on the
before
bounce.
that.
We could have won 7 league titles on the spin. We
could
have won 7 on the spin if we didn't bottle that 2012. If we didn't bottle that 2010.
Bear in mind, if Cantona hasn't got banned at Selhurst Park, and if Roy Keane hadn't torn his ACL, you would have gone about 9 or 10 in a row in the 90s, going into the 2000s. Roy Keane ACL in 98 and Cantona in 94, 95.
And Roy Keane still came back strong.
He did. Better than ever, if anything.
Yep.
I'm
supposed to believe players are finished when they hit 30. Look at Luka Modric playing for Real Madrid at the age of 40. Look at that.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Crazy.
It's just so sad, man. My club, 14 minutes away from European glory. And we fucked it up.
You should have beaten Barcelona in 2011 if it wasn't for the referees. You would have.
I think we would have lost eventually anyway. It just made our job even harder.
Nah, because there was some referee scandal, I think, in one of the games. I'm not so sure which game it was, but I think it was the away game that you had the referee scandal.
Yeah. Van Persie.
I think Persie shouldn't have been sent off, apparently.
No, because he thought the whistle came from the crowd.
Crazy.
He took it. UEFA Lona, eh?
Yeah, UEFA Lona. Those were the days, bro. UEFA Lona. They also robbed Chelsea because we could have had a back-to-back United Chelsea Champions League final.
This is my conspiracy theory. They did not want a Chelsea Man United final for the second year running. They wanted a Messi Ronaldo final, guaranteed. UEFA wanted that. I guarantee you, they did not. They rigged that so Chelsea and United didn't play again. I guarantee you, they wanted Messi Ronaldo final.
Crazy.
And Messi came out on top. I don't know, Akarin. I don't know.
But anyways, back to the game. Yeah. Give me your like. Is there anything more you want to say about the game? Is there anything more you want to say about Arsenal as a whole?
No, honestly, I've went on this whole emotional downpour about the club. Like the harsh reality is, we're just nowhere near it. We're nowhere near an elite club. So
would you attend the Kroenke out protest if it was to happen tomorrow?
Cronky
Would you
out
go?
process. I don't know.
Would,
I'm quite stingy
would
with
you?
my money. I don't know if I'll buy a train ticket down to Islington.
What
Well, up
was
to Islington.
when was the last time you attended the game? When was the last time you've been to a game?
A few years ago. What was it? It was when we played Norwich, actually. September 2021. 1-0, Aubameyang.
Away from home, or was it? Oh no,
At
no, sorry.
home. At home.
It was at home. Yes, I remember that. It was
Yeah.
Arsenal's that year. It was your first win that season. It was the day Ronaldo was playing Newcastle, and then all this also was Arsenal, and then Arsenal and Norwich was completely off the what do you call? And they hired Peter Drury to commentate for the first 3 p.m. kickoff game in so long. Like Peter Drury never commentates the 3 p.m. kickoffs, but he commentated that because Ronaldo was coming back. It was such a. It was.
Why was that the 3 p.m. blackout game? That's so
It's
silly.
crazy, and they should have made that. They should have made that the 12:30 p.m. kickoff.
You don't know how insane those numbers would have been, like
Bro,
viewership wise.
I still think the viewership is crazy though. Like
especially if it was a 5:30 kickoff on a Saturday.
Yeah, bro. Because you know why? Because over here, right in Asia, we have Premier League productions, right? We have the actual like Premier League, like you know what I'm talking about, like the Premier League like productions, like Fan Zone. We had everything, like it's all here, but they show every game. They show every game here, but the thing is, right? Like the 3 p.m. blackout games shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, bro.
I see the thinking behind it, to be fair, because they want more people to support the local clubs, like the smaller clubs. So they go, and I understand that completely. But at the end of the day, if they're happening in this country, surely you show it anyway. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
It'll benefit United fans more because of the Glazers thing.
Yeah, fair point.
Glazers thing, but anyways, yeah. Arsenal, you done with Arsenal, right? That's the.
I'm in such a bad mood because I've just spoke about them. You know, it's Arsenal Football Club, isn't it?
Oi, guess what's next? Everton 2, Manchester United 2. That's the next game I'm going to talk
about. Hit me with your rant. Everton robbed. Wait, sorry, no, I'm joking. I honestly think it was a penalty, personally, but I'll let you go with it.
I don't think it was a penalty because Ashley Young has a history of diving, and we all know it.
I understand he fell down theatrically, but I do think there was enough contact for him to be classed as impeded. So, you know,
I think he was already going down as the contact was made, so I don't think it was a penalty. But I will say this though, I'm glad we fought back for a draw. Right. However, the performance was shite.
It was dog shit.
Again, we should have even been 2-0 down, bro. Those 2 goals we scored in the second half would have been a 2-0 win if Maguire decided to have self-awareness. If Harry Maguire had some self-awareness, that game ends 2-0 to United. Because Beto doesn't score his chance in the first half. That stupid Onana mistake that he made wouldn't have happened. Maguire, yeah. The first goal, I think, was just poor clearance. Look, at the end of I'll say this, though. I'm not happy that we came back like that, right? I'm not happy that the players decided to show up in the second half. Show up from minute 1, right? Listen, the 2-2 draw is a fair result, considering the circumstances. It's a fair result. Even as a United fan, it just pains me to say it's a fair result. I don't want to say it's a fair result, but it is. Considering the circumstances, it's a fair result. I will say this, though, right? If United were winning the league, if United were on top of the league, I'd say, do you know what? A 2-0 down comeback against Everton 2-2, it's not a bad result. If we were on top of the league, I'd be like, do you know what? Going at Everton away is not easy anyways. We're 15th. We're 15th. This result just means absolutely nothing. What does it mean for us this season? That doesn't say much. It really doesn't say much, bro. It really doesn't say where we're gonna be, what's gonna happen to us. We've now drawn Real Sociedad in the Europa League. We've now drawn Fulham in the FA Cup. That's this weekend. We've got Ipswich at home tomorrow. Ipswich was the first team Ruben Amorim played as the United manager, or managed against as United manager. He was there at Ipswich, at Portland Road. He was there. Mind you, that tomorrow's game is going to be at Old Trafford. And we do not have a good record at Old Trafford in the Premier League this year. I don't know what to think about tomorrow's game. Look, I don't know what to think about tomorrow's game. I don't know what to even think. I don't even know what to imagine for tomorrow's game. What's it going to be like? But the 2 goals we scored were individual brilliance against Everton. It wasn't like, we scored goals because we deserved it. It was individual brilliance. It was good goals. Bruno Fernandes's free kick was nice. Ugarte's finish with the weaker foot, nice finish as well. Should have scored the winner, but Garnacho decided to ignore Dorgu once again. He decided to ignore Dorgu on the underlap. He was making an underlap run behind him. Should have passed it to Dorgu. Should have passed it to Dorgu. Dorgu would have crossed it in. Who was in the middle? I don't know. Xerxes was there. We missed chances at the end of the game. We should have won that game at the end. It's not like, what, we're 2-0 down in the first half. We should have been 4 or 5-0 down in the first half. But the second half, we decided to play a bit better. 2-2. I'm glad. I'm not glad. Sorry, I don't mean glad. It's good that we didn't lose the game like that. I'm not saying it's a great result. No. I'm not for one accepting the result any day of the week. I'm not for one accepting this result at all, bro. What I'm trying to say is, you know what? Coming back from 2-0 down to 2-2, the players have hardly shown that at all. I've barely seen that from United. When was the last time we came back from 2-0 down to 3-2? It was Aston Villa at home last season. That was it. That was it, bro. That was the last time we came back from 2-0. I've not seen anything else other than that. I've just been like, you know what? Yeah, these players don't give a fuck, man. They don't care. These players don't care. It doesn't make sense. I don't even know how our transfer window is going to be like this summer. I don't know how it's going to be like this summer, bro. I really don't know. I don't know what the PSR thing is going to be like. I don't know what the situation is going to be like at the football club. Bro, just keep protesting. That's all I ask. Just keep protesting. The fans should not stop protesting. Just keep on protesting. And United have just released a statement. United have released a statement in the past hour. We've released a statement. Official. Manchester United have announced more job cuts. Yeah. Manchester United is to transform its corporate structure as a part of a series of additional measures to improve the club's financial sustainability and enhance operational efficiency. The transformation plan aims to return the club to profitability after 5 consecutive years of losses since 2019. This will create a more solid financial platform from which the club can invest in men's and women's football success and improve infrastructure. First of all, women's football is a lie. That's a lie. Because you literally asked Katie Zealand what your fucking role is at the football club, Sir Jim. You fool.
that is so bad.
Literally kicked out our club captain by asking her that. One of our best players as well.
That is literally a comedy sketch right there.
Retard. That's what I'll say. Retard. Sir Jim retard. Anyways.
Hey, Akavin, but he understands the club. He's from the area. He's a local lad.
Yeah,
come on. Like, he's much better than a Saudi sheikh that would actually, or Qatari bloke that would fucking invest. He's way better than that because he's a local lad, Akavin. Come on.
The British people don't realize. Some of the British people don't realize the British people that don't like him. They don't like Qataris. They need to realize. My bad. I don't mean the term British. What I'm trying to say is there are some people, right, in Britain that don't like the oil money. When oil money literally runs your fucking railway system, Heathrow Airport, the Shard, and so much more. They literally control the UK, the sheikhs. Bro, they have businesses in the UK. More than you can believe. way more than the average the average Englishman today. They literally own much more than what the average Englishman owns today. You know that as well. The sheikhs literally have so many businesses in the UK. They literally help with Heathrow Airport as well. They own Heathrow Airport. They run Heathrow Airport. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Cost of living will be less and such and such. They would have helped control the stuff at the in terms of like the facilities and the area around the grounds and stuff like that. They would have helped 100%. As part of these measures, the club anticipates that approximately 150 to 200 jobs may be made redundant, subject to a consultation process with the employees. This would be in addition to 250 roles removed last year. So United have now released 250 staff from their roles. And you know what's funny? These lot know that there's a protest happening at Old Trafford in a couple games, so they decided, oh, it's okay, we'll release a fucking statement, you pussies. That's what they'll do. They'll release a statement when they know something's going on with it, when the fans are planning a protest. These lot are scared, man. Fucking scared.
It's disgraceful, really, because you're playing about with people's livelihoods. Like,
really pisses me off.
Because I work at a Premier League club, as you know, and if I randomly got cut off from it, and bear in mind, Manchester United, they'll pay a lot more than Brighton will. I can tell you that. That would fuck me up, financially speaking. If it wasn't for UK student loans, I'd be fucked. So just imagine what those poor sods those poor staff are feeling right now. That's a humanitarian issue, if anything. Like, it's
canceling Christmas parties, canceling this and that ain't gonna help with cost cutting with Luke Shaw earning 250k.
Yeah, what difference does it make when you are paying Luke Shaw 250k a week?
Mason Mount, another one.
He never fucking plays, and he's earning 350k. I remember when that was massive money from Mesut Ozil back in 2018, and now you're giving it to Mason fucking Mount, and yet you're playing about with people's livelihoods instead of cutting off these shit players. I mean, where's the logic? Like, what is it? What you're penny pinching? Genuinely, what are you doing?
Luke Shaw's injured, and he turns up in fucking what's her name again? Someone's TikTok.
Oh yeah, I can't remember her name. That's I remember. I know the thing you're talking about. Your mum's on benefits. That audio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as if he has a life. I mean, he does have a life outside of football, so I don't really get bothered with that.
Molly May.
Fucking Molly May. Or what's his name? Not Tyson Fury. Tommy Fury's bit.
Luke Shaw, bro. I can't stand him, bro. I actually can't stand him, bro.
He's responsible for one of my biggest goal celebrations ever. Euro 2020 final. But yeah.
I at the time I was like, do you know what? Because he's a United player, why not? Even though I was cheering for Italy, because United player scored in the final, I'd be like, do you know what? Fair enough, clap for him. What does he do now? Fuck all. Yeah, he's hardly available. Doesn't play well when he plays. What's the point?
I understand accountability is the best ability, but availability runs that quite close.
Yep.
So, quite very close indeed.
Ability and what do you call? Yeah, that's it. Just availability and accountability. Those two, 100%. And you know that Luke Shaw is never available. Why you still employ him? Johnny Evans injured. Who else is there? Lindelof still at the club. Maguire. Why? There's so
even
many
Casemiro to an extent. No, I mean, he's been like really poor. I mean, I understand the whole trophy logic and whatnot.
I'll tell you what one thing with Casemiro, like every time he's played this season, he's played well in a double pivot with Sorry, let me say it again. He's played well in a double pivot with Manuel Ugarte. Like Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro in that double pivot works. As a pivot, I think those two work. As a lone six, no. He gets exposed way too easily. Because you know why? This is not me blaming Casemiro. The referees haven't. I have an issue with the referees. Because every tackle Casemiro makes, and you've seen this before as well, every tackle this guy makes, he gets booked. I don't know for what reason. There was a tackle against Wolves that he made. I remember he said he made a tackle against Wolves, right? That when we won 4-3 in the third of the last year. Do you remember that tackle that he made? Got booked for it. Not even he got the ball as well. He got booked.
It reminds me of Granit Xhaka because he was always unfairly treated by refs. Like,
this is what I mean, bro. Because every time Casemiro lunges in, he doesn't foul him, but he makes the tackle that looks bad, and the referee just book him. So I don't blame Casemiro on that part. Yes, he's been poor in certain games. His first touch, his passes have been poor, but you also got to understand the referees just love to book Casemiro, and I don't even think he's got a red card in his career up until he joined United.
Southampton, wasn't it?
Southampton, he didn't even do anything. Didn't even got the ball first. Didn't even.
It was for the strangle, wasn't it?
That was the Crystal Palace game.
Oh, okay.
But even Will Hughes got away with the strangle. Even Will Hughes strangled somebody. I think he strangled Fred or something like that. I can't remember.
I bet you felt like that a few times watching Fred.
Like, it's crazy how referees are so inconsistent, but I can't blame. I'm not going to blame referees alone. Yes, Casemiro is responsible for his performances at times, but at the same time, in his first year, when he joined United, he was really good in his first year when he joined. I felt he was very, very good. He changed us that year. Him and Fred was playing well together, and I think you also look at having Eriksen in front of him. That was because you played a 4-man midfield, you played a 3, and you played a 4. You played a 2, and then Rashford, Martial up top.
It was your 3-0 defeat to Liverpool at Old Trafford, where Casemiro just kept giving the ball away, and I was like, "Nah, this guy, man, you've got to move past him."
I'll be real. I was like, that day, yeah, Casemiro's done. But when I look at the body language from the players, I'm like, do these men even like Ten Hag? That was my first question. I was like, do they even like Ten Hag? Because do you remember Varane's quote when he came out after the FA Cup final? He said something to Rio Ferdinand. I remember he said something. Yeah, he said that after the FA Cup final, he was very surprised that Ten Hag stayed because the connection between the players and Ten Hag was lost. That's what Varane said. He was very surprised that Ten Hag stayed on. He thought he was gone. So this is what I mean. Like, the connection between the manager and the players is very important. If you don't, especially now when United have players that have a history of sacking managers or
downing tools.
Yeah, downing tools. Yeah, exactly. So no, that's what I'm gonna say about United. I mean, like I said, 2-2 draw. It's a fair result considering the circumstances, considering how shit we are. But like I said, if this was a title race, if we were 2-0 down in a title race and we came back to snatch a point 2-2, I'd be like, you know what, Everton's tough ground to go to. I'll take a draw. Why not? It's not always you play like that. I'm just saying this only if we're top of the league. We're not top of the league. We're in 15th, so this is a shit result. It's a fair result in terms of the circumstances of what went on in the game. In terms of how the game went on, it's a fair result. For me, do I like the result? Fuck no. I'm more pissed at the result because people are like, "Well, we came back from 2-0 down, and what? We didn't snatch the winner. We had time to go get the winner. We didn't, so we messed that up. We had a chance to go win the game. We blew it. So that's what I mean, bro. This is my biggest issue with United. The fans are downing tools, and that's why the club will never get back to where it once was, because it starts from the fans. It starts from the fans. So yeah. What else do we have left? We spoke about Liverpool. We spoke about Chelsea. We spoke about Arsenal. Have we spoken about Chelsea? Now you can start about Chelsea. and we'll get into predictions.
Well,
Again.
I'm not really surprised. I did
I,
predict a 3-1 defeat for Chelsea. I
I
thought Chelsea played quite well actually.
I said 2-1 Villa, and
Good
Rashford with
lad.
2 assists with for Marco.
Asensio with 2 goals. Was that a market opportunity, Mr. Mikel? Was that a market opportunity?
We could have
We
gone.
could have done with him against West
We could
Ham.
have gone for him. We could have gone for him. Crazy.
Oh, mate, honestly. But enough about that. I thought it was quite a good game. Chelsea will regret missing a few chances. Cole Palmer again. I think he's got 2 goal contributions since the start of the new year, or he's got 3 since Carragher declared him the best player in the Premier League. I mean, come on. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. I told you a few streams ago, he could score a penalty in Chelsea's next game, and they'll be running to be the next Prime Minister. He wouldn't do any worse than what we've currently got. But I just feel good result for Villa. Last minute dagger. Rashford's playing out of his skin since leaving United. I think Maresca, he keeps ramping up this talk about how top 4 wasn't even expected. I mean, like we said it about Chelsea these last few streams. Mentality from the managers just isn't there. Like, not at all. Like, it's pathetic, really, what he's coming out with. And at the end of the day, this is what you get for hiring a championship manager. That's my opinion on it all. I don't know if you feel any different, but I feel like these results were kind of inevitable.
I think it's a championship manager thing because you go look at Rafa Benitez. He took Newcastle to the championship, and he got them back up straight away. I don't think that's a championship thing. I don't think it's a championship factor. I think it's more the lack of experience managing a big club. I think he managed for that.
I guess that's what I mean as well, because
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, that was his first proper managerial job. I mean, I could be well off on that, but I just feel like at the end of the day, you get what you're given. I mean, you expect those type of results when you have plucked a manager from the championship. Like, I'll reference it 3 football streams in a row, that Mike RMC tweet, which I really agree with. The whole, in 2004, Roman Abramovich had appointed Harry Redknapp after winning the championship with Portsmouth instead of going after Jose Mourinho. I mean, would Chelsea have been as successful as they were over the last 20 years? Absolutely not. So I feel like the Chelsea ownership deserves the results that are coming at the minute.
I mean, literally, like, don't know what to say. I mean, Roman Abramovich is one of the best owners in football history.
Up there with the best.
He's one of the best owners that has transformed a football club in history. He's up there with the Sheikhs. The Sheikhs that transformed Man City to being what they are right now. Them and Chelsea are the 2 most successful clubs in the last 20 years. It's not United. It's not Arsenal. It's
not
City.
Liverpool.
And not Liverpool. It's City and Chelsea. Them 2. Them 2 are the ones that have transformed those 2 clubs.
You get owners with proper ambition, and look where it gets you.
Yep, and they win the league inside under 5 years. Not even 5 years. City. When did Man City take over? 2008, wasn't it? 2008 was when they took over. 2008, right? They were
4 years later.
They were still wearing the Thomas Cook shirt. Roman took over the same year Jose Mourinho was appointed, wasn't it? Or was it
2003, season before, because Claudio Ranieri was his first managerial appointment.
Next year, what happens? Chelsea wins the league. The power of new owners. AC Milan, new owners. They win the league the following year. They win the league. I think what? When did they do the protest? Was it 2019? Was it when they did the protest? And then a couple of years later, and then 2 seasons later, they win the league. 2 years later, they ended up winning the league.
You see what PSG absolutely pissed French football up since their Qatari ownership. I think they're Qatari. Maybe wrong on that.
They are Qatari.
Yeah. So since they took over, PSG have absolutely pissed the league. About 3 seasons since they've taken over, they haven't won it. I don't think. I'm trying to think of other examples here, but
Barcelona.
obviously, pun?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Have they changed ownership?
No,
I thought
because
it was more the chairman, wasn't it?
they're owned by fans.
President.
But the amount of presidents that they've changed and they ended up winning the league, like, is crazy. Like, they've had. Remember, Joan Laporta got sacked.
Yeah.
Or was it Bartomeu that got sacked and then he went to jail, and then Laporta comes in and they end up winning the league with Xavi as a manager. Remember, it was like what 2000.
22, 23.
It was the year before. It was the year before last. It was the year before last that they won the
22,
league.
23.
That year, Real Madrid won the league. So yeah. No, that's correct.
Mentality comes from the ownership. This is what I was alluding to with
Yes.
Arsenal earlier. You see that quote under my name? That is what our owner, that is what our near 100% stake owner said upon purchasing the club fully in 2018. Is it any wonder we've won one trophy since 2018? Is it any wonder? And that being a COVID FA Cup.
No.
Mentality comes from the ownership more than anything. A manager can only do so much. So Alex Ferguson can only do so much. Arne Slot and Jurgen Klopp can only do so much. At the end of the day, ownership is the main factor, in my opinion, in establishing a mentality throughout the club. I mean, look, you just have to look at City. They've won 6 Premier League titles in 7 seasons, right? They've done 4 on the bounce. They won the treble only 2 years prior. They're 4th place, yeah? Any other club in England, no panic buttons are being pressed. With Manchester City, they splashed 200 million euros on new players. And you just know they're going harder in the summer to rectify it straight away. That is a big club. That is an ownership with a proper mentality. Not even Newcastle's ownership.
And Al-Mubarak came out after the year they won the league, after 4 years in a row. He came out and said, winning is a success, or winning is an obligation, or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I think
it was obligations.
No, because Real Madrid's president saying winning is an obligation. I remember as Roman Calderon, Real Madrid's former president, that signed Ronaldo, by the way. It wasn't Perez that signed Ronaldo. It was Roman
wasn't. Perez didn't want Ronaldo.
It was Roman Calderon that signed Ronaldo, and he came out and said winning is an obligation, not a. Sorry.
Same with Casemiro here.
Yep, this is why the Premier League will never be the same as it was anymore, because fans are too easygoing. They're happy clappers. Look at the fans at other clubs. You've got Real Madrid fans, Bayern Munich fans, bro. They sacked Oliver Kahn the moment they won the league.
They sacked Nagelsmann, who was in a title race midway through, after a few lackluster performances.
Thomas Tuchel threw it away.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Real Madrid, I can't remember their manager, but the last time they won consecutive league titles was in 07 and 08, right? I think.
Yeah.
He came out in the 08-09 season, if I'm not mistaken, and said, "Oh, we've got no chance of winning at the Nou Camp, or whatever. We have no chance of beating Barcelona." What did Perez do? I think it was, or the president at the time, sacked him on the spot. You don't say that about Barcelona. You don't say that when you're Real Madrid. He won them 2 league titles on the bounce, and he got bounced off because he said, we can't beat Barcelona in this particular game. I mean, it's just those standards. And I told you this earlier, the likes of Bayern Munich hiring Vincent Kompany, who got relegated with Burnley, Juventus hiring Thiago Motta, going down the player route. Obviously, you have United with Solskjaer, Arsenal with Arteta. Exclude Arsenal, but these other European powerhouses who only 10 years ago were consistently getting to Champions League semi-finals and competing in Europe are now going through this whole, former player route, and it's just they're degrading. They're absolutely degrading. Bayern Munich 10 years ago, would they be on the verge of going to extra time against Celtic in the Champions League knockout? No effing way. Would Juventus have been knocked out by Feyenoord 10 years ago, or PSV, I should say, 10 years ago, when they were a proper club with the likes of Tevez and Evra and Mandzukic and Morata and whatnot? No, they wouldn't. Not in a million years. I feel like Real Madrid are the only club with proper standards now in English football, and Manchester City. I mean, I'll quote what Casemiro says here. This sums it up. At Real Madrid, you win the Champions League, and the next day they tell you, let's see next year. You only win La Liga, and well, nothing special, and they'll tell you that the European Cup was missing. You only win the Copa del Rey, and they'll tell you that the season was a disaster. That's Madrid. Maximum demands, maximum standards. I mean, what other club can compete with that? 10 years ago, clubs were serious. The likes of Juventus, Bayern, United, they were serious. Barcelona, they were serious. Obviously, Barcelona with their financial turmoil and whatnot, you could argue they've still got the mentality to go and win. But at the end of the day, they've long decreased. Like, they don't expect to be European champions anymore. Real Madrid are the only proper... Real Madrid and Manchester City, the two proper clubs in terms of ownership and in terms of mentality coming from the ownership.
Go look at Khaldun Al-Mubarak after the year City won 4 in a row. He came out and did an interview with Man City TV, with City TV, talking about the successes of Man City, talking about what they've achieved, talking about the will to get back to challenging again. The fact that they were really upset that they lost to United. It wasn't even like, you know what, oh, we played well, give props to the players. We're happy, this. None of that. They were upset. Go look at Pep's reaction when he was shaking Ten Hag's hand after the game. He was like, congratulations. That's it. He walked away. They're upset, bro. They're not United. Oh, but thank you for supporting us this year. We're sorry that this, no. City players.
Cup journey to be proud of.
Literally that, bro. United and Arsenal are so shameless on their social media sites. It's crazy.
No, that Bayern Munich post was an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace last year.
Go look at the Leon Ultras, bro. The Leon Ultras at the end of the season are going to be chasing the owners out of the club, bro, because they can't pay the wages of the players. The Leon Ultras go talk to the players after every game. Imagine we had that in England. Imagine in England we had that. The super fans or the Ultras talk to the players after every game. You don't show a heart. You don't care. You can leave my club. But that's seen as toxic and negative, because now everyone's gonna clap for the players. Everyone's gonna sing chants about them, because you know what it is with fans in English football. They're too easily pleased. Like I said many times before, they're way too easily pleased. And whatever the club peddles out, they'll back it. They'll lap it up because they love the club. There's many ways to love the club. If you love the club, you'll do what's required to get them back to the top again, because you've seen the best days. So why are you all of a sudden going along with what's happening right now? Why are you accepting things? Don't accept things. Accept that we're shit, and accept that you need to do better as a fan. But it is what it is. We'll get into predictions and we'll wrap it up. It's been
no comment on Newcastle 4 Forestry.
I didn't watch the game.
No, fair. Neither did I, mate. No, I saw a bit of it, but I wasn't really that interested after the Arsenal debacle.
I was watching the India-Pakistan cricket game, so I had to literally had my eyes on the screen, so I could hardly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was. India won, so I'm glad. Let's get to predictions, anyways. Tomorrow is game week 27. We are now 11 games away from the end of the season. Liverpool will play an extra game. Liverpool are playing after Arsenal. Brighton, Bournemouth.
I'm working back tomorrow. Yeah.
You're going to be the steward there, yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going to? What's your prediction?
Bournemouth want to bounce back after their defeat to Wolves at home. Brighton normally do well against clubs towards the top of the league. They always drop points against those below them, in case you weren't aware. It's a running gag among the football match day going fans here. I'll go with a thrilling 2-2 draw. I reckon I'll get my money's worth as a steward for.
Sorry, what were you saying? What was your score prediction again?
2-2 draw. It'll be a thrilling game between two decent sides.
2-1 Brighton.
I hope so. It'll make the fan escorts out of the stadium a bit easier than if they're pissed and howling abuse at you. So I'll take that.
Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa.
Palace, good win against Fulham. Aston Villa, good win against Chelsea. Two sides in good form. I'll go with another 2-2 draw. What about you?
2-1 Aston Villa.
Fair
3-1.
enough.
3-1 Aston Villa.
3-1 Villa. Fair enough.
Wolves Fulham.
2-1 Wolves. Like I mentioned earlier, they beat Bournemouth 1-0. Moral boosting
Yep.
victory against a team competing for the
Red card to
Champions League
Bournemouth.
places.
Red card to Bournemouth, to be fair.
Yeah, fair point. Cunha with another goal. I reckon they'll squeeze out a 2-1 win against Fulham.
They almost got a point at Anfield as well. 2-0 Fulham. Sorry, 2-0 Wolves. Excuse me, not Fulham. 2-0 Wolves.
Fair enough.
Chelsea Southampton. Yeah, 3-0, 4-0 Chelsea, 4-1 Chelsea.
5-1, 5-0 Chelsea.
5-1 Chelsea. Sorry,
5-0 Chelsea. Then again, Robert Sanchez keeping a clean sheet. Petrovic keeping a clean sheet. I'm not sure.
Brentford Everton. 2-1 Everton.
Everton in really good form.
Everton are going to win this game, I think.
1-1 draw.
United Ipswich.
2-0 Ipswich. 1-0 United.
I think we win the game.
3-1 United.
I think I'll go with 3-1 United. 2-1 United. I think we win the game. 2-1 United. Forest Arsenal.
2-0 Forest.
2-1 Forest.
I was thinking earlier on today when we get predicting Forest Arsenal, I'll probably say 5-0 because that's how I felt, and I still feel that way. But a vein of realism will probably kick in, and we'll just lose 2-0. You know, the usual.
We just got to do our thing tomorrow, United. I just think we have to just try and win tomorrow. That's all we got to do is come back and win if you have to. Just come back and do it. Win. Just win. I don't care how we do it. We got Fulham next in the FA Cup. That's the biggest game of the season so far. That's the next biggest game of the season so far because we're still in the cup. We're still in the try and finish top half in the Premier League. I ain't finishing bottom half. I ain't seeing us finish bottom half. Fuck that. So if you want more money, you want money, finish top half. Yeah.
Does that work like that?
I think so. But I to be honest with you, I don't care. Just finish top half. I don't care about the money thing. The money thing doesn't bother me. The Glazers will probably pocket that anyway. They ain't gonna put that into the football club, so who cares?
They've put nothing into your football club.
They don't put anything into a football club. To be fair, they've taken out 11 million in dividends. They've taken out 11 million in dividends. The year before, the year that Ten Hag joined, we hadn't signed anyone, and they already took out 11 million in dividends.
Haven't they taken out £2 billion in total since their takeover in 05?
Yeah, they've taken out £2 billion in total.
I guarantee you it's more than that.
More. Now it's more because the club's worth more. That's why.
Yeah. Don't know how after your performances, but yeah, here you go.
At the time, I think we were worth 2 billion. So they took out 2 billion. Well, it put us in massive debt.
Spurs City.
We'll get to that one. I think United just gotta win the game. I don't know who's fit tomorrow. I don't know who's gonna be available. Who's gonna be injured. Play same team. Premier League top 5 UCL. Really? Next season Premier League top 5.
Yeah, it will likely be top 5 after the Serie A debacle in the Champions League.
City laying the country down, no?
Well, don't they always?
Well. No.
Well, you said City, didn't you? I didn't say any. Yeah, I was about to
say. City let the country down in terms of Champions League European football this year. I'm not talking about league. I'm not talking about anything else. Just in Europe, they let England down because England could have got more points coefficient.
So after we get knocked out by PSV, we'll fucking make it even worse.
Bro, you need a trip to the Bernabeu or
Do we need a trip to the Bernabeu, Akabin? Do we need Mbappe, Vinny, Bellingham, Rodrigo running at us? Do we need that?
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. Because that is coverage that should not be televised for anyone who
Yes,
wants to live life normally.
yes, you do. You
Oh,
need a trip to the. You need a trip to.
no, don't. Oh, having said that, we've never lost to Real Madrid, so you know, yeah, times are changing.
That's
No,
why.
aura Henri at the Bernabeu.
Oh, you never lost the game to Real Madrid,
Oh,
eh?
yeah. Let that end if we somehow sneak past PSV. Yeah.
Liverpool hadn't lost the game to Madrid for years since 2014. Then they won. Then they won that game.
Fucking Real Madrid, Christ above.
Greatest club in history.
They are.
But yeah, just gotta win tomorrow. That's it. And play the correct players. Start Cheeto. Start Cheeto up top. Just start. He'd do wonders for you guys right now, Cheeto. Maybe for up top for you guys.
No, I did tell you during the game that this is all written up for a Cheeto Obi Martin 90th minute winner. Instead, it should have been Everton that got the 90th minute winner.
Sekou Kone, maybe Casemiro Ugarte double pivot again. I think that should do. Don't fucking play Harry Maguire, please. Don't play Harry Maguire. Play De Ligt, Euro, and play Mazraoui right center back. Don't fucking play Maguire, man. Don't play Maguire, man. Please. Maguire's been shit the past few games, man. He's been shit.
No.
He's conceded way too many goals. Been way too wasteful. He's just so slow on the ball. Just get him off the pitch.
I know how you still have motivation in the Premier League to finish in the top half. I have checks out. I think the Premier League top 5 are getting Champions League. So as long as we finish top 5.
No,
we're never going to win it. So what's the point?
It's not even that I want to finish top half, bro. It's the motivation that we're still in the cups is what gets me going. It's not, bro. If this was like we're out of all cups, this would be like I ain't fucking cheering for any goal we score. I ain't cheering for any goal we score, bro. Like we're in 15th. Like, come on, man. We can't be this bad, surely. We're not, bro. The squad on paper ain't that bad. Like, let's just be real. This squad on paper
it isn't that good on paper.
It's not that good, but it's not 15th place. It's not 15th. It's definitely not 15th, bro. Come on, like
definitely European places like top.
Yeah, of course. Bro, we weren't beaten in Europe. There's no way that this team's 15th. So yeah, unless they've just checked out in the league, they don't care about the league anymore. Then maybe, but at the same time, like we were 4 points off top 4 when Amorim got appointed. So I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Like I said, I've pretty much checked out for the season. Just finished top 5. That's the Champions League for this year, as far as I'm aware. You know, we're never going to win it, but we might as well have a little ego stroke before we get slapped up by a proper club. So, you know. I'm sorry, but it's just so fucking predictable. Even if we get past PSV, we'll play Real Madrid, and then what? We'll get bums like 6-0. I'll whoopie do.
It is.
At least the Kroenkes gets a mix in with the big boys. Nonsense.
Tottenham, Man City.
2-0 Spurs. 2-0 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. Liverpool, Newcastle. 3-1 Liverpool.
5-2 Liverpool.
Sorry? What'd you say?
5-2 Liverpool.
Fuck. Man said 5-2.
Oh, it should have been 5-2 last year. Salah missed a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. They won 4-2.
Well, Isak's looking good, so we'll see.
Brace for Isak. Salah with a hat-trick.
Against first spot, La Liga's leading by a little. Okay, fair enough. So it's La Liga that's leading by a little. La Liga didn't get the 5th place spot last year. Unless you'd have won the Europa League, then you get the 5th place automatic. You can get 5 teams can go automatically. So yeah. And last but not least, West Ham and Leicester to close things out.
3-0 West Ham.
4-1 West Ham.
Leicester are shocking, mate. I'm sorry. I know you love Leicester and they've like connect ties there and whatnot.
No, they're done.
They're finished, mate. Another one of Fergie's disciples. Try.
Yeah, 6 teams can go. Like because let's say Premier League only had 4 teams, but the Premier League team won the Europa League last year. It'd have been 5 teams. It's always been 5 teams to go Champions League for Premier League. Because do you remember 2016-17? We won the Europa League while finishing 6th, and Liverpool, City, Chelsea,
and Spurs.
And Spurs went to the Champions League. We won the Europa League. making that the fifth team to go to the Champions League that year. So yeah,
Good times.
6
You
teams
won
can
the
go.
FA Cup that year.
Yeah, you did. You won the FA Cup, Aaron Ramsey.
Oh, cult hero. I was going as far as say legend, to be fair, because if you turn up in 2 cup finals, you got to be a legend.
We won the Carabao, the EFL Cup. We won the Europa League. We won the Community Shield that year.
Do you count
This
the
year-
Community Shield?
This year we couldn't even win the Community Shield.
Do you count the Community Shield?
I don't count it as a trophy like that, but what I do, but it's a privilege having to play it, because you know why? You won the FA Cup or winning the Premier League to get there.
Unless you're Arsenal, where you bottle an 8-point lead and you get there because City won both trophies. But yeah, I
Yeah.
celebrated that shamelessly because I knew that
It
was.
would have been a United Arsenal Community Shield season opener had you guys not bottled it and we won the FA Cup.
Dude.
It would have been the same the following year. Same following year. So yeah, the thing is with the Community Shields, I don't count it as a massive trophy, but it's always it's people say it's a curse to United. No, because we always, don't forget, we won the Community Shield in 2016, and we won 2 trophies later on that year. So it's not a curse. It's not something bad.
I think isn't the curse normally whoever wins the Community Shield doesn't win the league that season?
No, I don't think so. Because do you know that year, right? United missed a heck of a lot of chances in the Prem. Go back and watch the highlights that year. We drew so many games that year. If we were clinical in front of goal, right? We'd have beaten Chelsea to the league. We could have beaten Chelsea. Go look at the points. Go look at the amount of chances. Go look at the games we drew, bro. Against the teams we drew as well. West Brom at home.
Burnley at home.
Burnley at home.
Bournemouth at home. Ibra missed a penalty.
Yeah, Ibra missed a penalty. Liverpool at Old Trafford. We should have won the game. We had bare chances, bro. We should have.
You should have beat us. Remember Giroud, 89th minute?
Last minute equalizer. Fuck that.
God, that was I celebrated that like
we were so close to beating you guys. Fucking Giroud scores a last minute equalizer.
Giroud, I'll always have respect for him. He's a cult hero despite being
of course
really
he is.
poor.
Even Chicharito's a cult hero for us. I love Chicharito.
Yeah, Chicharito's much more of a cult hero. He won you major trophies. So.
He won us that 2011 Premier League title with that goal against Chelsea in 36 seconds.
Don't forget his brace against Stoke as well. Crucial at the Britannia. That was earlier on.
The backwards header. I love that.
That one, yeah.
Backwards header.
Remember Tappen where he celebrated with United fans jumping on the Britannia pitch?
Yep. Last minute winner.
86th minute.
Well, 86 back in the day was considered game over anyways for United. Now we we shit the bed every time we play, bro. It's like nothing's over till it's over anymore.
You say that, but you spoke earlier about the Everton 3-3 game, so.
I hear it, but that rarely happens. That hardly ever happens. It's like once in a lifetime, like once in a long time it happens with Sir Alex Ferguson United.
That was like before throughout Premier League history, before Solskjaer lost 2-1 in the last minute to Crystal Palace. United only lost 1 game in injury time, and that was to Arsenal when Henry scored the header at the Emirates. That was the only time United lost in injury time in the Premier League. Like conceded the last minute winner.
No, we lost.
Genuinely, I've got a graphic for it.
No, I think we lost to somebody as well in the last minute. I think we lost to Hold on. No, I know we lost to somebody in the last minute in the Premier League.
Piss off.
We've lost to more teams. I can't.
Nah, here it is. Check this out. This was after you lost 2-1 to Brighton in August this season.
My injury time winners conceded. Whoa, I never knew that.
Genuinely, that was the only time you lost.
Bro, I'm a massive United fan, but you know me, I never thought about that.
Yeah, Arsenal appear in here 3 times, by the way. You have Henry in 07, Nketiah in the
Easy.
90th minute in January 2023, and obviously Declan Rice in
2007, United conceded an injury time winner.
yeah, that's the only time you lost in injury time in the Premier League on the 30. And then obviously against Crystal Palace, which I referred to under
We
Solskjaer. Then under
we
Ten Hag.
we've conceded goals in injury time, but we've not conceded goals to
Lose
to
the
lose
game.
the game.
Yeah. And then
You know,
obviously under Ten Hag, 3-2 against Arsenal, 1-0 loss to Brighton, 3-1 loss to Arsenal,
that was the
but
first.
2-1 home loss to Fulham.
That was the first year at the Emirates, wasn't it? That was the first year at the Emirates, right?
06-07, yeah.
Yeah, it was the first
We
year.
did the double over you that year. And we didn't do that again until last season, which is insane.
But we still won the league, so that's all I'll
Yeah,
say.
I know. Adebayor last minute at Old Trafford after Gilberto had his penalty save. Man. That was your first loss that season, and that was our first win.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like fine margins, bro, and obviously that there's results that shouldn't have happened and stuff like that. But there was, bro. But I'm just saying it. The amount of go back and look at the 16-17 season. We had bare chances. We drew so many games that year. Way too many games for my liking. Way too many games, man. So and we drew City away. Obviously, that wasn't the bad because we were not that great anyways. But trust me, there were so many games that we shouldn't have drawn or we should have won. So that's what I'm saying. Swansea at home as well. We can see a free kick. Herrera was on the line. Why did he stay on the line?
Yeah, and then he ran over.
He ran. He should have stayed on the line, man. We wouldn't have conceded that free kick. Sigurdsson as well. Gylfi Sigurdsson. That goal was insane.
Oh, God. Less said about Sigurdsson, better.
Yeah, true.
I would pass that by.
Shouldn't have mentioned his name.
He who must not be named.
Yeah, he does.
Well, then again, he played with John Joe Shelby as well.
Nah, John Joe Shelby was something else, but he was something else. He was a good player. He was a good player, wasn't he?
It was Liverpool's marquee signing in like 2012.
Nah, they signed Charlie Adam, they signed Stuart Downing, they signed all those players. Those were the standard Charter days. That's the day I loved, man. Those were the days where I loved how shit Liverpool were and used to batter them every single season. So yeah, I still love that.
You signed Van Persie that same summer.
No, it wasn't the same summer. It was
2011.
It was the season after.
Was it summer of 2013?
No, they signed. No, they signed. No. It was 2010-11. That was when they signed Charlie Adam. That's when they signed Stuart Downing. That's when they signed such and such.
No, summer 2011 after Blackpool got relegated. Yeah.
No,
summer 2011.
Yeah.
Well, Phil Jones and Ashley Young. Who else did he sign? David De Gea.
What do you mean by I can save any team going trophy list? What's he talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh, Community Shield, I think.
Right.
I personally, with Community Shield, it plays with friendly rules. Therefore, like, how much validity does it really have?
It's a privilege to be there, though, because you know why? You win the Premier League or you win the FA Cup, you get there. You go back. It's another day out. It's another day out of Wembley, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's but anything more you want to say? You want to say any more things?
No, I don't know how we got to that conversation, but yeah, I think that's the end of that chapter.
It is. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot more we can talk about. But continue to educate yourself in your football clubs, people, because obviously you don't want to be an Arsenal fan going on overlap and getting embarrassed by answering those quizzes.
We talked about that last time.
Always educate yourself about your clubs. Always educate yourself. Don't care if you're born in 97. Don't care if you're born in 05. Educate yourself about your clubs. Always know about your rich history, because you won't have people to educate. You don't need people to educate. You guys can educate yourselves. Love your club. Love your history. That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Josh, thank you for coming on today, bro. Friday we'll definitely do another Premier League prediction show. So Premier League show will be on Friday again. I guess that's it. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 150 before the end of February. I don't know how many of you guys are watching right now. Is AW watching? The link is in the quote tweet. How many days left of February? 3 days. 3 days left. Let's get to 150
A few more
subscribers before the end of February. The link's there. Click the link, subscribe, and I'll be back in a bit for the NBA podcast. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace. United, do your fucking job or piss off. Take care. Go on.